Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get through, who can help to get your channel through your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So thank you everybody for coming in today. The first channel that we're looking at is Andy's Journeys with over 4,000 subscribers. And this is a creator that just found Tuber Chat within the last few months, if I am not mistaken. And forgive me, Andy's Journeys, if I'm wrong about that. They might have found us a while back, but have been making frequent appearances lately with over-the-top generosity as well. And we feature a different channel every single day based on impact and generosity that I've seen both inside and outside of the Tuber Chat live streams, and that's so that you have the opportunity to literally meet hundreds of loyal and dedicated supporters even when we're not live streaming. What we'll find when we get to Andy's Journeys is a lot of exploration. He'll take us to tourist destinations, abandoned locations, and he gives us a very thorough look around, a lot of history as well on this channel. One of the things that you'll notice when you get to the front page is that he's already chopped up the channel into a lot of different playlists so that you could very easily find the types of videos on this channel that you might enjoy to binge watching, let's just say. Some shorts videos as well. These are starting to do really well. A lot of featured channels on the front page as well. And you know, I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey. We can all imagine what it takes to get to 3,000 and beyond. So thank you everybody for coming in. I've got quite a few names on the wheel for today, and I will add some more in another moment. I see actually Mom of 4 Boys is there. Scratch and PPA, of course, is in the pole position. He is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6 years now almost on YouTube. Michael's Adventures will send his regards. He is here every day that he can be, but just due to a work schedule, he can't be here every single day. And then I know we've got a couple of new channels in the chat. Canadian Family Life is on the wheel with Unstable TV from the UK. Thank you for coming in so late. Sorry, from Ireland. Yellow Shirt Dad is in the house, probably wearing a yellow shirt. Jewel in the Kitchen is with us. Little Ridge Farm, of course, and Phyllis Brown are all on the wheel already. Now, members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, but I will add more names to the wheel from our chat list. From our chat list. As time goes on, we expect to be here for anywhere from 2 to 3 hours. And it's based on who's been most active in the chat. So the key to that, for anybody that's fairly new to Tuber Chat, is conversation in the chat. The more you're talking to other creators, particularly about supporting them, the faster you'll rise up my list. I have a robot in the background keeping track of all that, and then I'll add some names to the wheel when we need them, usually when we get down to about 5 or 6 names. Together We Travels in the house. Good to see you here. Ali's Crafts Pursuits and Barb's Country Home are both longtime friends. CV Baseball Card Collector has been with us frequently lately, and Destination Fun is here every day. I caught her earlier today on a live stream. Grammy's Journal, good to see you back. Kicking It Country is brand new today, so hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Lisa's Fun Finds is here. MLY Bird Farm is also in the house. Nez Lover, Paul's Green Space are both here. Shadur might be a brand new channel for Tuber Chat as well, so hopefully you're feeling welcome. Again, our instructions are always in our video description. Sincerely Africa is here, and Two Old Guys Vintage and Resale is in the house. Now, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. I need just a quick second, and we're probably going to get to spinning the wheel very, very soon. And, pardon me, but thank you for that. The or I moved the stream today by a few hours, so thank you everybody for your patience. I woke up and had no voice for no reason at all. I'm not sick or anything like that. However, we did have heat on in the vehicles, like in our cars, trucks, things like that, where I am in around the Toronto area in Canada, between Toronto and Niagara Falls. On Sunday we had heat in the car. And yesterday we had air conditioning in the car. So I don't know if that might start having something to do with it. The weather changes and this and that. But I just had to move the stream. My voice is fine now, I think. And try not to scream through the house while I stream today. Those of you who live stream know that we tend to get loud a lot of the time, especially when we're speaking with any sort of excitement. So we'll try to reel it in for today. Andy's Journeys is here, like I said, with 4,300 subscribers now. And let's just see how the shorts are actually doing here, because I mentioned it, but like, look at these. They're getting into the couple of thousands of views now. This here, I think they're making fudge. Yeah, peanut butter fudge in this one. Reason I recognize that so easily, even without the title there, living close to Niagara Falls in Ontario, Canada, we have a lot of touristy stuff here. And one of the things you can do, I've caught it on many streams actually on my other channel, is going out and watching how the fudge is made. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get the first channel up onto the screen. And I am Betty J. Gathers is in the house. Thanks for being here. Thank you, Phyllis Brown. Yeah, it's you. I don't know what's with my voice over the last many months. I have bad allergies, and everything seems to affect me. But all is well. I'm absolutely fine. I just didn't have a voice for the first hour of the day or something like that. I am Betty J. Gathers, getting added to the wheel. And Phyllis Brown is up right now with 1,620 or so subscribers. Phyllis Brown has been actually a dear friend for a long time, and they want to motivate and inspire others with their YouTube channel more than anything else. I see they've got a couple of different types of videos here, but I'm just going to take this latest short video and put that into my catch-up list. Pardon me. I'm going to look at their shorts. I've got this interest in shorts now. We're looking at these all the time for almost every channel, but you see that these are starting to get close to a couple thousand views as well. So I say this kind of thing all the time, but when we're talking about producing content, the idea is not necessarily, oh, I'm going to make a shorts video that everybody's going to like, because like every other piece of content, of course we're trying to do that, but the idea really is to build a catalog of content. So the idea might be maybe this year or between this year and next year, you make 100 shorts videos, maybe even more. Unstable TV Shorts, who's in the chat, is making all kinds, hundreds, literally. But the idea is to build a catalog, and just like every other thing on YouTube, some people are going to like some of our videos. Hopefully, a lot of people will like most of our videos, but you know what I mean. A couple of these shorts are really going to fly and start to carry the rest of the pack, but we never get to pick. It's always a shot in the dark, but we build a catalog knowing that eventually some of it will start to move. Sleepy Time Productions, it's good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody, but as long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. I'm going to get Coastal Water onto the wheel. And when we look at Phyllis Brown, we see also they're going to give us a description of what they're expecting to bring us, the story behind the channel on their About page. Live streams are something that they seem to be doing almost once a week now, so maybe that's something that will continue. And then in their videos, there's a lot of variety here. We see some haul type videos, we see some cooking type videos, but more than anything else, I know this creator wants to inspire and motivate others. So she's been a dear friend of Superchat for a very long time, obviously a loyal and dedicated supporter, and a very generous creator as well. And look at that, Coastal Water, your channel comes up right away today. and we'll see what Coastal Water's got going on. She's been a dear friend for a long time as well. You'll often find me talking about two of these creators together, Coastal Water and Backlash Fisherman, and there's a special story behind that. The Honorable Angelina Nordstrom, thank you so much for that super chat. I really do appreciate that. She's been a longtime friend and somebody who's out supporting other creators all the time. So it's great to see you in here today. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for that super chat. You'll notice that Botissimo, the chatbot, just dropped a link for her as well. And I see Rock Chick Beauty's in the house from the UK. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. And the Honorable Angelina Nordstrom, I'm going to put your channel up on the screen next. We always put Super Chatters on the screen right away in order. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And then after a while, like I said, I'll add some names to our wheel from our chat list. It will probably take a very long time, but we're expecting to be here anywhere from 2 to 3 hours. So lots of time to put lots of channels on the wheel and the screen. Coastal Water, I just dropped that roll call command into the chat, and Coastal Water, somebody who influenced me to put that fun command in there. Basically, the chat bots that are here, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, Botissimo, I know we saw them a minute ago. Nightbot, there's Nightbot. Okay, they woke up. These different chatbots, I just put a command in there. And a lot of people in the Super Chat family are much more fun than I am. So luckily, Coastal Water, I stole one of their ideas and I used that as a more fun command to use for the chatbots, where I can just type in command roll call there, or exclamation roll call, and all of the robots are just going to say, yes, I'm here, yes, I'm here, yes, I'm here. And that's a good way for you to be able to check if they're actually working, because even though it's rare, we have seen instances where some of the robots are not there. Particularly Botissimo is one of my favorites, but it's a paid service, and at least a couple of times it hasn't been there. Bobby Loves Beauty, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, it's been a while, and I haven't done a stream this late on a weekday for a little while, but I moved the stream today. It was meant to be earlier in the afternoon. We just moved it by a few hours, but it's great because we're catching a few friends today that we haven't seen for a while. But Bobby Loves Beauty has been an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long, long time. So we use 4 chatbots here: Nightbot, Botissimo, Streamlabs, and Stream Elements. They all have different things that I like about them, and they all have different specific features that I use them for. One of the things you want to think about when you're thinking about live streams and premieres and things like that is when you have these chatbots there, if one does go down for the day, another one can pick up the slack, right, is kind of the idea. Now, Coastal Water is up on the screen right now, and I said there was a special story behind these couple of creators. So Coastal Water and Backlash Fisherman are a husband and wife combo with separate channels, but they support each other wholeheartedly. And the reason why I say this is a special story is because one of the biggest complaints that I've gotten in the last 3 years of Tuber Chat is, why is it so hard to get our in real life friends and family to support our channels when we can find people online who are willing to do it easily? And it makes it that much more special to me when I see something like this, where we have in real life family, in this case a husband and wife combo, that are constantly supporting each other. They're on each other's channels all the time. They support each other all the time. One's not usually far behind the other. And you get a feeling or a grasp on their family togetherness when you get into the channel and into their content as well. Now, Coastal Water will bring us indoors and outdoors. A lot of times I've caught her in the kitchen, but she has some delicious looking content on the channel, as you can see. And then when we get into her shorts videos, we'll see that these are popping into the thousands of views, which is great. Live streams are where I've caught her most often, not lately obviously, but she does now StreamYard panels, but what I've caught her most often for are these car confessions. And what these are ride along live streams. It could be a story to be told, or simply a trip, running errands and things like that. If I look hard enough and find one, you'll eventually see Backlash Fisherman in one of these as well with her. But I'll leave it to you to, there he is. I'll leave it to you to find some more of that. When we get back to the homepage, we're going to see Between a Shore and a Mountain, and this is a family channel set up by both of these creators. They may come out with some new content sometime in the near future. And then Backlash Fisherman has a Fishing First channel from a first responder who also takes us out on ride-along live streams for stories to be told and a look behind the scenes at the creator behind the channel. You see that in these ride-alongs here. He's also got a hobby hangout live stream. He sometimes brings up StreamYard panelists, and if I look through this channel far enough, you'll see there's Coastal Water right there on a thumbnail with this creator. So I hope everybody will connect with Backlash Fisherman and Coastal Water. Backlash, of course, is monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then, oh wow, Bobby Loves Beauties had a lot going on. So thank you for coming in. I think I caught you. I guess it's longer than I thought. I thought I caught you on a stream just a couple of months ago, or you know, it felt like weeks, but it's obviously months. But hopefully that's all going fantastically and well. I'm sure it is. But I'll look forward to seeing you again in another live stream. I've caught her many times. Miss QT is in the building. I'm just going to get you onto our wheel because they happen to be a member. If anybody would like to swap playlists, by the way, for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. The Bullock Experience is on the wheel. Blue Chicken is in the house. Good to see you here. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it with 3 thumbs up. And that will help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So now I'm going to look at the Honorable Angelina Nordstrom. And this is somebody I run into frequently when I'm out trying to support creators as much as I can, bouncing in between premieres and live streams. I run into them regularly. Pardon me just for a quick second. Oh, I haven't done that in a while. Oh, goodness. I just went through a minute or two of yap in there that nobody could hear, but that's great. Conscious Business Service and Opportunities. Good to see you in the house. That's Charlene Heel. Yeah, once in a while I forget to unmute my microphone. So I promise you I make as many mistakes as anybody. The Honorable Angelina Nordstrom is somebody that I run into frequently when I'm out bouncing in between premieres and live streams trying to support creators myself. Now, I've taken one of their videos, put that into my catch-up list. That will help me catch up with them. And we looked at the shorts videos. These are starting to get into a couple of thousand views, which is great. Live streams are something they're doing about once a week. They've got one coming up on Thursday, and they got one coming up the week after that, which is great. Hopefully I'll catch one. We might be on at the same time on Thursday. And then the Honorable Angelina Nordstrom is, oh goodness, going to give you a lot of text on their About page, so I'll leave it to you to read that. In the meantime, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I'm going to spin the wheel and get ready for another channel. Charlene Heel's in the house. Good to see you here. And Ms. QT is in the building, is going to come up next. So thank you one more time, the Honorable Angelina Nordstrom, for a super chat. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, we put their channel up onto the screen right away, as we always do with super chatters. Members are added onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, but you do not have to be a member or super chat to get onto the wheel of the screen. It's going to take a little while, but we'll add some names to the wheel from our chat list after a little while. Starlog, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And if anybody has not already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment, and I will appreciate it greatly. And I missed Phyllis Brown's highlighted milestone message, but they've been an official member on the channel for almost 2 years, but they've been with us much longer than that, so thank you for that. Phyllis Brown's been a dear friend a long time. The Tinfoil Bunker, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And The Gathering Within, a fellow Canadian, is in the house. Shanster Travels, I caught they were doing the simulcasting feature with Destination Fun earlier today, where both creators are able to stream at the same time. I haven't tried that yet. Back 3 years ago, TuberChat started with StreamYard. I very much enjoy that platform, but we just moved things on to Streamlabs Desktop now. I've been using for the last couple of years, just because there's more features easily accessible. But it's really interesting to see what everybody's going to do with that new StreamYard feature, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of it. From the Modern Wargaming with Jory, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That's another creator who's out supporting others all the time. Black Guns and Gardens, good to see you here as well. And Ms. QT is in the building, is here. They got shorts at the top of their page. Let's just see how these are doing. These are getting into the thousands of views, which is great to see. Ms. QT is in the building, is here with us almost every day. They've been doing a lot of fitness lately. I luckily caught them on a live stream. But they've got a lot of videos that are going to help us out with this as well, more than anything else, along with stories to be told. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. And then 850 subscribers, so they're already halfway on the road to 900. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. Lark's Homesteadish, good to see you in the house. Again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And if I've missed anything that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. I Am Betty J Gathers is coming up right now. She is a powerhouse of energy and positivity, and literally responsible for us gaining probably hundreds of thumbs up from her energetic and friendly reminders. And you know what it's like when you get into especially a premiere or live stream. You get captivated by the content or the conversation and might forget to give that thumbs up right away, especially if you're on a phone. So that's why we remind each other so often, but I always appreciate those thumbs up here. So thank you, everybody. Paranormal Highway, good to see you in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel. And again, our featured channel for today is Andy's Journeys. If anybody hasn't connected to that extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, I hope that you will. And Pedrosa Travel, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Now, I Am Betty J Gathers is going to talk to us about healthy eating, healthy living, living our best life, particularly over 60. Although I find that the content on the channel is always suitable to everybody. That's been a bit of a new focus over the last couple of months, but I Am Betty J Gather's been with us a very long time. I've been lucky enough to catch her many times on live streams, not lately, but I'm going to set some notifications here for these. And I've got quite a few on. I guess she's streaming just about every single day. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. And then shorts videos are something where she brings us random content in the middle. She's got a couple of thousand views now, getting into. And then videos are something that is done frequently, and this is where you're going to find talk of healthy eating, healthy living, intermittent fasting, and other subjects like that as well. You'll always be welcome to meet more friends and family members during her live streams and premieres the same way that you do here in Superchat. Bensai and Games is getting onto the wheel. And I know I missed one thing in the chat there. I'm going to scroll back and see that Lark's Homesteadish just dropped us a super chat. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, of course. Very much appreciated. And for that reason, we're going to put Lark's Homesteadish up next onto the screen. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. And talk about maintaining positivity, says Pedrosa Travel. It's, I think Pedrosa Travels might be talking about their own channel or a stream that they might be doing. Oh, yes, okay, yes. So I Am Betty J Gathers is going on Pedrosa Travels channel on Sunday, so almost a week from now, 5 days from now. They'll be together. They'll be talking about maintaining positivity. And I Am Betty J Gathers would be an authority on that, I think, because she has very engaged live streams. We've known I Am Betty J Gathers for quite some time now, and she is always motivating and inspiring others, but she's always laughing, always energetic. And, not every single thing on YouTube is going to bring positivity all of the time. So I hope that 99% of your YouTube journey is positive. But once in a while, things get to everybody at some point, some more than others and things like that. But maintaining positivity when things become overwhelming, or when some of the silly things like spamming and trolling, and the people who can hurt you the most are often your friends. It's like real life. I separate the online and the offline all the time. But, I think we'll all agree the people who have cared about you the most over your lifetime in real life, let's say family and friends, are the ones who really know how to push the buttons, and things like that. We have to remember that. Anyway, I don't want to get too much into negativity because they're going to talk about it anyway. But, I hope for the most part that everybody is able to stay positive when it's necessary. But that's going to be a great discussion. So I'm going to be happy to hopefully catch that and be there for that live stream. And it's great that you're both doing that. Reese Stillbloom, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I think they've been with us a long, long time. I don't know why Bautissimo is welcoming you today as a new supporter. But thank you for being here, Reese Stillbloom. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to miss anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Purple Tube is in the house. That's a friend of about 2.5 years now. And then when we look at Lark's Homesteadish, we're going to see a channel. They're actually live right now, but they're streaming almost 24 hours a day. Some of their streams, I'm just going to show you here, they go as long as 11 hours here. So you'll notice that they cut them before the 12-hour mark, which is a great thing. They were doing this before I was talking about it with their channel. They've already got 273 subscribers and had most of that before they found us just a few months ago. But Lark's Homesteadish understands, pardon me, that cutting the live streams before the 12-hour mark means you're going to retain all of the watch hours that are included in those live streams. If your live stream goes over 12 hours, that is not the case. So that's good stuff, but they actually cut them at different points in time. But what you're going to find most often are these live cam baby chicks live streams. So I'm not going to run it, but I'll just show you for a second what you can see. And they're kind of feeding and hanging out and stuff like that, which is cool. I've caught them many times, but this is a live stream where you're able to get in. And, one of the things about very long live streams is you can get in there and have conversations with people and very much get to know somebody. Some of the fast-paced, high-energy live streams, like what we've got here most of the time, and with some of the people in the Tuber Chat family, it's hard to get a conversation going because things are moving so quickly. But, you know, there's benefits to both types of live streams. So I hope everybody will visit Lark's Homesteadish as well. They've got videos. I'm just going to take the latest one, a garden tour, and put that in my catch-up list. That's my playlist for keeping caught up with people. And I'll show you some of their shorts videos as well that are now getting into the thousands of views. I hope everybody will visit, pardon me, Lark's Homesteadish, and see, they tell us on their banner, creating a sustainable haven, one garden bed and chicken coop at a time. So I find there's a lot to learn from a lot of the channels in the homesteading community. That could be farming, gardening, ranching, bushcraft, camping, fishing, things like that. All the outdoor channels. A lot of these creators enjoy sharing knowledge and resources with each other. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, thank you very much. That's Susan dropping a super chat. She's done that countless times, and so has Scott from Rambling with the Brooms, a fellow Canadian. So I've got them both on the wheel now, or sorry, not on the wheel, but ready to go. We always put super chatters on the screen right away, and then members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Blood Lads, good to see you in the house. Yeah, I think you were here the other day, but thank you for coming in. And then, oh, you could, yeah, the tinfoil bunker. You could do, you know, polls and things. Everybody's community tab allows the ability to do that, to see when your first stream should be. As well, just as an idea, I would look at the analytics as well and see when your heaviest traffic period is on your channel, where you'll be able to do a live stream, because it always feels best when you have a significant number of people in the chat. And if you happen to stream, you know, if YouTube's telling you that, you know, Tuesday at 4 p.m. is your hottest time, but you can't stream at that time, and you go on Thursday at 11 a.m. when, you know, most of your people are not there, you might find yourself with a live stream without the audience you might have had. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with having all different sizes of audiences in your live streams. There's benefit to both small audiences and large audiences, whatever you decide those are for yourself. But that can be a help. But a poll certainly can't hurt, because you're building a little bit of hype as well. You give people the chance to say, like, oh, you're going to stream? Yeah, I want to be there. And then they might give you a time that will help you, knowing that they want to plan to be there for you. Brazinger Inc., good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And Get to the Farm is in the house as well. Thank you for coming in. They are very much another husband-wife combo. And I Want to Know has a, pardon me, I'm just getting them onto the wheel right now, membership. So I'm going to put them on the wheel right now, and when we get them up, we'll look at those channels together. Consistency absolutely is important. Pedrosa Travel. And there's a lot of talk of that lately with the biggest YouTube channels, you know, like I forget which ones have done videos on this, but between Sean Cannell, Sonny Lenarduzzi, Tim Schmoyer, Roberto Blake, Nick Nimmin, Vanessa Lau, and all these other ones. I got a list of about 10 that I follow all the time. Some of the biggest channels have done these talks about, or thumbnails about consistency, and are a little bit clickbaity. There's I Want to Know right there. A little bit clickbaity in, like, kind of saying, you know, this is old advice, and then they put something like the word consistency on the thumbnail, and you're like, oh, they're going to tell me I shouldn't be consistent. And no, that's not the content. They're just trying to get the clicks, which is fine. They know what they're doing. But, yeah, consistency always is key. I'll tell you this. So now, for those of you who don't already know, I have been on YouTube now for 6 years, and I started with channels that were not my own, and then I started my own later, and I have monetized 5 channels now, but I have not yet built a channel to 100,000 subscribers. So hopefully, eventually, it might be in the not too distant future, but we'll see, and not one of my own either. But one of the things I can tell you is that I talk all the time about consistency and posting at least one quality piece of content per week. It's up to you to decide what quality is, not me or anybody else. You know what I'm talking about. And traditionally with videos, the same could probably apply to shorts and live streams, even though I don't mention them as much. But consistently posting one video a week of quality is enough to make your channel grow organically. The things we're doing here speed things up. But every time I miss a week of consistency, it takes a month to get the momentum back. Every single time. So that's just a hint and a thought. It's certainly not something that's set in stone. That's just based on my own experiences. Your, experience might be a little bit different, but there's definitely something to be said for consistency. We hear it all the time. Oh, and thank you. Yeah, Pedrosa Travel. I got close to the 10,000 mark on my personal channel. And part of that is from chasing a lot of polarizing, newsworthy content over the last year. But the problem with a lot of that, when you chase politically charged content or news and things like that, a lot of the people who come are news chasers, and what I'm talking about are the viewers, and there's nothing wrong with that. But what it means though is they're not going to stay for the long form content, because people who want to come to my channel to see what's happening either in Toronto or in another city around here with the news and protests and things like that are not going to stay to watch me talk about a microphone and a webcam. They're just not. So what happens is we get this huge boost in subscribers, but you get bigger losses than anybody's ever seen. So right now what's happening, I got to 90, I think it was 99.60 on that channel. Every video I put out, I lose at least 10 subscribers. So you're still gaining subscribers all the time organically, but the losses add up to an overall loss. It's almost funny for those of you like Scratch and PPA follows, supports everything that I do. He's probably seen it. But every video I put out, the exception is maybe shorts, but for every long form piece of content, because I've been consistent for about a month and a half now, finally, and every video loses another 10 subscribers. So we're now back down under 9,800. And then, Pedrosa Travel, I also got my first community guideline strike for medical misinformation, likely because of a speech that was given at a protest on one of those convoy-based live streams. So I pulled all that content out right away. I took it all off the channel. I'll go put it on Rumble, where it's kind of a free-for-all over there, and that's where people want to see it anyway. But the trouble with that kind of thing is if you do, I'll give you an example like Superchat. So here, this channel does one thing and one thing only. We do these live streams. The purpose is for us to connect with each other, and that's it. Now, if Superchat was to ever get a community guideline strike, the whole operation would shut down right away, because we do the exact same thing every single time. This is 557 of the same live stream, basically, right? So if one of them gets a strike, they're all going to get a strike, and that's it. So the problem with chasing a bunch of content that is risky, let's just say, is that it could be possible to get 3 strikes in a row, and there's no coming back. That's it. You're done. We've seen a couple channels shut down. I have a friend who had over 115,000 subscribers, lost his channel. And if you can imagine the heartbreak that would cause. So I don't wish that for anybody, but anyway, I don't mind taking a slap on the wrist, but after that I'm out. So I took all the politically charged content off of my channel. So forgive the long story, but I do like talking about this stuff a little bit, because I just want to give everybody kind of an idea of some of the experiences that I have had, because the more we can share together here in the chat, the more we can all make better decisions for our channels and our videos, myself included. VS Speaks Royally and M&T Living and Cooking are both on the wheel now. And then thank you, Kicking It Country. And Kathy Payna, I got you on the wheel as soon as I saw you come in the chat. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Yeah, so we don't want, that kind of thing to happen to anybody. I've seen people I saw a friend lose a channel with a 7-day warning, which usually doesn't happen, but it can. And this creator was copying just taking somebody else's content and putting it up without permission. And the problem with that is, so it's copyright strikes, right? And they were not, apparently not paying attention to their notifications and getting emails or checking the emails. So they didn't, the story goes that they didn't know that they were going to lose their channel until they got the last notice that said, you're going to lose your channel, you got 7 days. And so I think they had 300 videos. I helped them scrape them all out so that they could start another channel and put all the old content back up, at least the appropriate content. But, you know, I've seen a small handful of people lose channels for different reasons. Now, I haven't lost one yet. Knock on wood and cross your fingers. I hope never to. But I typically don't do things that are risky and wouldn't. Now, it's fine for anybody to decide to do that, but me going after the polarizing content that I did was to test the opportunity more than anything else. Got what I wanted out of it, learned what I needed, and that's enough. Zellen Cooking Paradise, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Steve and Tina Jewel, good to see you here as well. For anybody that's brand new to Tuber Chat, hopefully you're feeling welcome. Everybody here will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Mama 4 Boys, things like trolling channels and stuff like that, there seems to be no end to that rabbit hole, because everybody's free to make as many accounts on YouTube as they want. Something like Reddit, I'm not sure if this is true anymore, but what they were doing for a while is saying if you make an account on Reddit, you can't even participate for like 2 days or something, because they give you a cooling off period. Reddit is known as a war zone when it comes to trolling and fighting and anger, worse than Twitter, worse than most others. Now, for most of you who I've seen in premieres and live streams know that I use Reddit all the time. It's not that I use it for consumption. I don't participate so much in the Reddit social network, but I did make a subreddit for us that's a safe space where we can post anything we want. And nobody's going to get all bent out of shape over it, because that's where it belongs. It's just for YouTube videos, right? But on Reddit, if you put the wrong thing in the wrong place or say something that somebody doesn't like, it just becomes a disaster. And YouTube, unfortunately, in my opinion, doesn't do enough to handle spamming and trolling. They've given a couple of tools to kind of dial it back a little bit. But I'll tell you this too, and again, I don't want to be negative. I just want to let you know what you're in for, everybody here on YouTube that started a YouTube journey. If you don't have a hater by the time you have 1,000 subscribers, it's coming by the time you have 2. Almost universally, that's a truth. It has nothing to do with you. Even when people start to learn our first names on our channels, for those of you who don't know, my name is Kevin, but even on channels like the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, where the creator's name is Susan, if somebody was to come in there and say like, oh, hey, Susan, you should do this and you should do that, and blah, 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 they don't actually know you. They're just jumping from channel to channel, doing their thing, and they do the same thing all the time. Once you've been on YouTube long enough and you've seen a bit of this on other people's channels, you'll start to see the same kind of behavior from different people at different times in different communities, and you'll be like, this is ridiculous. But it's typical, right? Almost like somebody might be diagnosed, let's say, with mental challenges of different kinds, the kind of things we can't see, right? And in different communities, this kind of stuff carries over. In different networks, it carries over. We hear the same things on Instagram. The same things are probably coming through on TikTok now. We've heard it for years and years and years. But it's good that I think it's Pedrosa Travel and I Am Betty J. Gather said they're going to do a talk on Sunday about maintaining positivity, which is great, so that we don't have to get sucked into that stuff too much. That could be possible, Phyllis Brown. I haven't heard anything about food being a touchy subject for YouTube, but we know that language is. Oh, there you go. Okay, Kicking It Country. That makes sense. CV baseball card collector. Don't wish for it, though. I promise. It comes naturally. Yeah, it's just, it's too bad. But it's not that. Like I said, 99% of what I've seen, and I promise you, when it comes to trolling, even I've got it really, really bad in the background. I had somebody make videos of me for 2 straight weeks. It's like it was a full-time job for them. 2 streams a day, hours at a time. This guy's a scam artist, he's a phony, he's a fraud, blah, blah, blah. And all it is because somebody who has a channel like mine wants to try to get my channel shut down so that theirs could be the only one left. And that kind of thing happens in every community. Hopefully, few and far between, and we see it all the time. So my recommendation for anybody, if you do see spamming and trolling and stuff like that, is please do not engage. They're just jumping from channel to channel 99% of the time or more. It's not personal. They will disappear. The worst of the worst seems to dissipate after 2 weeks. And it's not something that I want people to put too much thought into. Usually we don't talk about it that much here, but just because I'm talking about it already, I just don't want to go too far. Ben Cyan Games is talking about hour-plus videos possibly being better than maybe things that are shorter. So when we talk about making videos and making content, YouTube themselves will tell us what a lot of the biggest YouTubers will say. A video should be how long it should be. So if it only takes you 3 minutes to talk about something, that should be how long the video is. You don't want to fill it with fluff because you'll lose retention. If a video takes 45 minutes to go through, it takes 45 minutes, and that's fine. So you just have to decide for yourself. Your analytics will tell you. If you're making 45-minute videos and people are only staying for 2 minutes, you got to figure out what the problem is, how to make them stay longer, right? Some of the idea might be to start chopping your videos down. On my personal channel, I'm experimenting now. I'm taking myself out of the videos. I'm doing things like product reviews where I'm expecting not to even be in the video at all, taking the intros out, and we'll see over the next few months how that works. But the idea is if it only takes 3 minutes to make a video I might have tried to stretch to 8, it's better to just have a 3-minute video. The retention will be better, the information will be better, and everything else hopefully will be better as well. And oh yeah, modern gaming with Jory. I can only imagine. By then it won't matter. And the truth is, so one more small aspect when it comes to the idea of trolling and things like that. You know, a lot of people are just like what you might imagine as the class clowns. They're just trying to get a rise out of everybody. Sometimes you get 1 or 2 that start hanging around, and they're just making jokes in the chat to try to get a laugh out of each other. It's stupidity, but that's what it is. But eventually what happens is your community gets big enough that when somebody leaves a really annoying and negative comment on one of your videos, somebody else will handle it for you. And that's universal as well. That happens for everybody at some point. And there's no like marker. It's not set in stone. It's not when you get to a certain number of subscribers. But eventually, when you get enough engagement, the community will defend itself, which is great. It helps, and it's wonderful that you know that that's there. Besides, when you have 100,000 subscribers, I promise you're never going to be able to catch all the comments that come through anyway. You're not going to see most of it. You're going to miss some of the best. You're going to miss all of the worst, which is great. Nicky D Music and more, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Nova Real Show, it's good to have you here. And forgive me for all I've missed in the chat. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Phyllis Brown. I can't wait to tell the story about how the very next video I made with that television, I dropped the television on the floor and it's destroyed. So I have to buy another one now. That's a true story. I have a picture I'll post at some point, I'm sure. And that was just because when you're doing product reviews and stuff, I got a TV specifically to do the product reviews. It's not expensive. It's the smallest TV you can buy. They don't even sell 24-inch TVs anymore, hardly. It's hard to find. And I put it on the table. I take it off the table. I put it on the table depending on what I'm filming. And sure enough, it just dropped. It just fell. Not even, I don't want to say clumsiness, just, you know, the oil on your fingers that slipped through my fingers and smashed. I didn't even know it was broken. The funniest part of the story is I finished doing an entire product review of another video game system and didn't even know the TV was broken until I tried to turn it on. So I'd already wasted another hour filming, and then as soon as I turned the TV on, I was like, what's all these colors and lines and everything? And I was like, oh, I thought nothing happened, the TV was destroyed. But, you know, it happens. And then let's talk about channels. So the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is up here right now. Thank you, by the way, Susan, for your super chat. Thank you, Scott, from Rambling with the Brooms. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I got into a couple of stories there. Glorious Platter, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Wellness with Frugal Mama, good to have you here as well. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is Susan, and this is a creator that brings us a lot of live streaming, actually. This is where I've caught her most frequently lately. And this is somebody who brings up StreamYard panelists. She is always engaged with the chat. It could be stories to be told. It could be catch-ups with the creator behind the channel herself. She has StreamYard panelists come up. Sometimes there's music. She will inspire us in a spiritual way as well, always with positivity. And then when we get into the shorts videos, we see that these are approaching 1,000 views, so that's going to be any minute now. And then as well, she posts frequently as well. So I'm going to take your latest friend mail, and I'm going to put this video into my catch-up list. That will help me catch up a little bit. 909 subscribers right now. What you're going to find from this creator is they're a homesteading channel on about 1.5 acres. They bring gardening, canning, arts and crafts, devotionals, thrifty, fun, small channel, shoutouts, and much more. You'll be welcome to meet more creators while you're in her videos, or especially live streams, premieres or live streams. And the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch's been an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long, long time. She dropped a super chat, so we put the channel up on the screen right away. She's actually done that countless times. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Coffee walks and whatever, good to see you in the house. Cool Gamer, good to have you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Mama's Handprint, good to see you in the house. That's another longtime friend. And if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's mentioned that you meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Rambling with the Brooms is Scott, a fellow Canadian, so much Canadian as a matter of fact that he's actually in the Sugar Shack making maple syrup in these videos. When we get into his shorts, you're going to see that these are starting to pop into the thousands. One of them well over 7,000 views, on the way to 8,000 now. And I'm just going to take... Oh, this is really cool. I'm happy you made this video. I've seen this before. You know, like being Canadian, I'm guessing that through our school system, most of us get to learn how maple syrup is made. I remember it from a school trip, but I remember even going back with my parents to watch this. But I am looking forward to seeing this, even though I've seen it done before. I just want to see how Scott's going to do it here. But this is really cool. Now, this is another homesteading channel. He brings us almost farming, ranching, homesteading type content. He might be indoors. He does a lot of live streaming. There's Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. That's the mod father there. Now, there they are together as well with a very special announcement on Lazy Days Ahead's channel. So I'll leave it to you to find that, but he told us what that was. Rambling with the Brooms is now over 1,500 subscribers. He's an advocate for helping others grow and has built up quite a reputation as a moderator on a lot of channels as well. He's monetized, lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. AceFlaw1, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And when we get into his live streams, you're also going to find that he does a couple of series. Saturdays are a typical Saturday Night Shenanigans are a typical live stream with quite a audience built up, and Procrastination Thursdays is another one that he does where a lot of he's got quite a community that's been built but he'll also introduce us to other creators as well. Sometimes there's StreamYard panel with friendly conversation, and then sometimes he's specifically introducing us to creators that he wants everybody to know as well. So definitely an advocate for helping others grow. The Bullock Experience, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Jewel in the Kitchen is going to be coming up next. We're going to take a break for 3 minutes. If anybody has the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat today and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So Jewel in the Kitchen is coming up in 3 minutes. All right, we're back. So thank you one more time. Rambling with the Brooms and the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch for those super chats. I really do appreciate those. For that reason, we looked at those channels right before we went on break. Now we're looking at Jewel in the Kitchen. The Bullock Experience is in the house. I'm not sure if I actually said hello. I saw you come in a long time ago. I put you on the wheel. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Jewel in the Kitchen has been a long time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in the Tuber Chat family, well beyond, pardon me, 2.5, almost 3 years, as a matter of fact. I think she's been here just about from the beginning. Songbits Laura's in the house. I'm just going to get them onto the wheel. They happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And Jewel in the Kitchen now is at 3,330 subscribers or so. Now, you know I say of channels of 3,000 or more that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey. We can all imagine what it takes to get to 3,000 and beyond. Jewel in the Kitchen is monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and some familiar faces in their featured channels section on their front page. When we get into the content, we see delicious looking content, of course, from Jewel in the Kitchen. Now, this is a creator who also is willing to generously share content by hopping in on StreamYard panels. I've seen them collaborate several times, and then they live stream frequently as well. So hopefully I'll catch one of these shortly again if you're going to pick these back up. And Jewel in the Kitchen, like I said, has been a dear friend for a long, long time. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. We'd love to push them towards the 3,400 subscribers they're thinking about. CV Baseball Card Collector, when you get your 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, or 10 million YouTube Shorts videos in 90 days, you'll be added into the YouTube Partner Program if you choose. That's what we call monetization. And then you have the opportunity to receive super chats and memberships, but among other things like shopping and YouTube giving after 10,000 subscribers and things like that. But they're not available on every platform or in every region in the world either. So that's why one of the reasons why I keep everything available to everybody here in Tuber Chat. Things like super chats and memberships I mention all the time are absolutely unnecessary but very much appreciated. Everybody always has the chance to be on the wheel or the screen, even though it takes a long period of time. And sometimes we can't get to every single channel in the chat. We've been doing a little bit better lately. It depends on how much I talk during the streams and how fast I go through channels. But we're usually here for 2 to 2.5, sometimes even 3 hours. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. And everybody has the chance to be on, basically. Chasing America, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in again. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. If anybody would like to swap playlists again with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I need a quick second. I'm going to put Songbits Laura on the screen. And we see that Songbits Laura has 550 subscribers now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 600 they're thinking of. They've been with us a few months now, and we'd love to push them a little bit farther. I'm just going to look at the shorts videos as well and see how these are doing. We're into the well over 1,000 views now, which is great. And then live streams are something that might be coming once a week, maybe even twice a week, here and there. And then Jedi Cameron, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. They also happen to be a member, so I'm going to put them on the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, of course. Songbits Laura is going to talk to you about the idea of building a community on this channel of different interests and lifestyles, where everybody can connect with each other, have conversations, and support one another. I'm just going to take one of their latest videos. This is a short one here. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list, and that will help me to hopefully be caught up I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Mama 4 Boys is coming up right now. We'll see what this channel has got going on for us. Always delicious looking content on this channel. And then, yes, CV Baseball Card Collector. We have got 70 now. We don't hit 100 every single day. So it's always an exciting milestone to hit when we get there. But I do appreciate all the thumbs up that everybody does give. I know we've got a couple of friends with other channels that come in and give that second thumbs up. Usually what happens though, whenever you use more than one channel to give, like, let's say 2 or 3 thumbs up if you have a couple of accounts, is YouTube usually takes a couple of those away afterwards. It's like everything else on YouTube. They take the watch hours, the subscribers, the thumbs up, they even take the thumbs down. Thank goodness. I've got, you know, even when we go back into the idea of trolling and stuff like that, when you do get a couple of people who are on you and they constantly give you like 2 or 3 thumbs down, they disappear after a few days, so it's nothing to sweat about. Mr. Timmy Ray the King, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And thank you, Pedrosa Travel. It's very possible. It also depends on how much I talk about it, right? You'll notice, not that I expect you to notice it here, but you'll notice it on your own live streams. If you have a day that you're doing a live stream that's an hour or 2 long, and you're talking about the idea like, hey, everybody, don't forget to give that thumbs up, then the more you say it, the more thumbs up you actually get, because we all need reminders. I'm not kidding when I say even I have to be reminded sometimes. You hop into something, I usually have 3 or 4 windows going at a time. Now, I try to make a habit of doing it right away, but if you go in and somebody says hello to you right away, because some people are really, like, you know, trigger happy, like just like me, and ready to like jump on everybody as soon as they're in the chat. Hello, hello, hello. If somebody says hello to you, you get distracted. Somebody might say like, oh, I enjoyed your live stream this morning. You forget about the thumbs up for a second because you're like, oh, thank you very much. That's nice of you to say. I hope to catch you on your live stream. The next person says hello, and all of a sudden the thumbs up didn't get done. But when you take a second to look, you'll, oh yeah, I got to do that. Or if somebody reminds you, right? So same thing for me. Delee, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Mama 4 Boys, thank you for that highlighted milestone message. Kid Wonders, Gaming and Live Stream is in the house. That's a creator who's been friends with me on YouTube longer than Superchats even existed. Kid Wonder has been with me for probably 3.5 years. He has a few channels. And Kid Wonder's Gaming and Live Stream actually joined him for a game of 8-ball pool one day. And that can be found on his channel as well. Bomba 4 Boys is up here right now, and they bring us delicious looking content on their channel more than anything else. What I find compelling over here, you might find in a grocery store that are actually pre-made. They make them from scratch. An example would be macaroni and cheese or hamburger helper and things like this, for those of you who are familiar with that, and a lot of traditional meals. But what I like about cooking videos and cooking channels, especially in the Tuber Chat family, is that we're getting a real world look at what people are making in their homes, in their kitchens. You know, it's very different from a television show where they have unlimited, the world's best equipment and unlimited pantries with, you know, seemingly endless ingredients and things like that. Glad to see Mama 4 Boys has picked up those live streams. They've done a couple already. Seems to be a once a week plan, so hopefully that continues as well. And hopefully everybody will help push them towards the 1,300 subscribers that they're thinking about now. Jose Fantasticville, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And if anybody has the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a couple more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signal sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And the Bullock Experience is up right now. This is another creator who actually has a couple of channels, a gaming channel as well as the Bullock Experience, where we know this creator from most often. They've got something coming up, a live stream that's going to be in a couple of weeks from now. They've been collaborating with other creators here, which is really cool. I'm going to hit their videos for a second. Hopefully they'll put up another one soon. But they've actually gotten into some shorts videos that are now getting into the thousands of views. Pards Jen, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I know you came in way before we started the stream today, so thank you for that. I did move the time. I try not to do that unless I have to, but just missed you again. Oh, Little Ridge Farm, I've got you on the wheel. I don't know if you're talking to me or somebody else, but I've got you on the wheel. I've had you there for most of the stream today, probably right from the beginning. I think you were here. The Bullock Experience is 721 subscribers now, and hopefully that will continue. We know that it will. We'd love to push them towards the 800. We know that they're thinking about, and I'm going to show you their second channel as well. Gaming Experience with Kelly. And this is where we get to see this creator playing different types of video games, starting with Minecraft and moving into a couple of other things, even a fishing game, which is interesting because the Bullock Experience brings us fishing first. The conversation can go just about anywhere once it starts. He's got a lot of StreamYard panelists and friends that will come up on panel with him, but it always starts with fishing. And it's interesting here because he found a fishing game as well, so he can continue that into the gaming channel, along with another couple of popular things, Call of Duty, Minecraft, and we'll see what else is going to come from this creator. But the Bullock Experience is here with us just about every single day. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and 31 subscribers, so hopefully we'll push them a little bit farther towards the 40 subscribers that they're thinking about. Nets Vblog 21, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. We have to be in sync in the universe with the Wheel of Doom. Somehow that's the only way to get it not to miss you. I don't know how it doesn't happen, but look at that. As soon as Little Ridge Farm mentioned that, and then I was mistaken. I thought they were talking about me missing them, but no, the wheel missing them. Look at that, and then it comes up right away. So I don't know what happened there, but that's pretty cool. Little Ridge Farm's been with us a long time now. I'm thinking 6 months. I think it's actually even longer now that I look at the fact that we're into April. Thank you, Pedrosa Travel. Yeah, it's possible. If we hit 70 thumbs up within the first hour, or close to it, then there's a chance we're going to have 100 by the end of the day. The only other difference is the fact that I moved the stream today, and we don't usually go this late on Tuesday, so it's tough to say. A lot of our friends in the UK and other European countries may not be able to catch us because it's long after midnight for them. It has been for a few hours. But we do have the chance of catching some of our Australian friends in the earlier part of their day. So there's always a bit of a trade-off there, right? Oh, thank you, Barb's Country Home. And yeah, the Wheel of Doom, that was named by our friend Mr. Naz. Actually, a couple of years ago. It's getting on a long time ago now, but we keep the name in honor of them, and they come by once in a while. And then Canadian Family Life, yeah, you're on the wheel. I put you on the wheel. You're right there under Scratch and PPA. I know if everybody's on a phone, it's hard to see the text on the wheel, and there's no particular order. I just put names on the wheel when I see them, right? It doesn't matter because it's random. But Scratch and PPA is always at the top, but Canadian Family Life is there. Stephen, Tina, Jewel. So everybody can get onto the wheel or the screen. You don't have to super chat. You don't have to be a member, but it takes a long period of time. Superchat's been here about 3 years now, and we continue to grow, for which I'm grateful. But our live streams now sometimes go to 3 hours. And what that means is it can take 2 hours to 2.5 hours to even get onto the wheel. The best way to make sure that you get on as fast as you can is conversation in the chat. The more conversation you're having with other creators, the faster you go up the chat list, and I'll show you why. Traveler Bust, good to see you in the house, in the Sand Van. I'm just going to get both of those channels on here right now. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, though. Traveler Bust and the Sand Van. Pardon me. And then I'll show you what I'm talking about. I got a robot in the background here. Pardon me, Little Ridge Farm. I'll get back to your channel in a second. So this is called Bottissimo, and you've seen it dropping messages in the chat, but it keeps statistics in the background. This is a paid robot, but I really like it. And you'll notice the names that are at the top, so I can refresh it constantly. So right now, like Scratch and PPA, CV Baseball Card Collector, Yellow Shirt Dad, Canadian Family Life, Together We Travel, the usual suspects are all at the top of the list because they have a lot of conversation with other creators, right? So what will happen is when we need names for the wheel, when we get down to about 5 or 6, I'll look over at that list. And for anybody that hasn't already been on the wheel, like all our members will have already been on the wheel, for everybody else, I'll start adding names to the wheel from our chat list. Just for that reason, I'm going to add one right now. So CV Baseball Card Collector is going to get added onto the wheel right now a little bit early. Khalid Delicious Food, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And that's the fairest way I think that we can do it. We've been doing it for a couple of years now. We didn't used to have the wheel. Like when Superchat started, you can imagine there was only 20 or 30 channels that would come through in an hour or an hour and a half so we could get everybody on the screen. But after a while, it started to become a little bit tough. So the wheel came into play, and then after that, monetization came in, and that's been overwhelming as well, for which I'm grateful. But this is the fairest way I can see things being done, and we always get to as many channels as we can. It also has to do with how much I talk. Like I said, some of my speeches get really long, and it always depends on how many days we've had in between the streams. When I do Saturday and Sunday, you'll usually find that Sunday I don't talk as much and we get through more channels, but after we take a day off, and God forbid 2 or 3 days off, then I got too much to talk about, and we get back to these long speeches. But I'll try to reel it in a little bit. Wayne's World Unlimited, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, see, it's very late for them in the UK, but thank you for that. And then, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. So Little Ridge Farm is up right now, and this is a creator that brings us more homesteading content, particularly building a new tiny home, tiny homestead, and tiny animals from the beginning. So there's a really interesting story on this channel. Forgive me for not getting choked up, because I've known Little Ridge Farm now for many months. I think it's 6 months, but it could be longer. This is Mark. His daughter Kira is often on the channel. Their house burned down this year. That's a true story, and you'll hear about it on the channel when you get there, particularly in the live streams. They've been for a while now in the process of recouping and rebuilding. We get to follow that story on this channel. But this is a story of a creator with perseverance and tenacity, because this creator continues to be out supporting others all the time. When I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams trying to support other creators myself, as much as I try to do, I run into them constantly supporting others. Mark is often on other people's channels, generously sharing content in that way. And here in Superchat, he comes in as a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter in all the typical ways that we talk about and more. And like I said, he's been with us a long time now. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to this creator and pushing them towards the 700 subscribers that they're thinking about. There's a lot more to the channel than that story, but I just mention it because it is something that's prominent, happens to be there, and I've talked about it many times. But we can see the story as they rebuild. And Little Ridge Farm, Mark is somebody who's been involved in building this kind of thing before, so it's not going to be as much of a challenge for this creator as it might be for somebody who's never done something like that before. Some of us might think, oh my goodness, what would I ever do? Well, we're going to find out right now from Little Ridge Farm. So I hope everybody will connect with them. Like I said, a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They have been for a long time. I think it's way beyond 6 months now, actually, if I think back to it. I can't remember for the life of me, and forgive me for that. Hopefully you take inspiration from the idea that I start to eventually lose track. You hear it in the stories that I tell about some of our friends, how long they've been in the Tuber Chat family, because we've been here for 3 years now. And I was actually on YouTube a couple of years before that started. Pardon me. And then hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should, as long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Kathy Payne, yeah, Little Ridge Farm. And then Zelen Cooking Paradise is still in the house. Canadian Family Life, another fellow Canadian. I happen to be close to the Niagara Falls area. And then, oh, it's longer than I think. Yeah, Little Ridge Farm, we're coming up on a year, I suppose. Wow. See, I remember Christmas so well. And that's only a few months ago, but I guess it's longer ago than I thought. And Canadian Family Life is here as a fellow Canadian from New Brunswick. Actually, this is Tiffany, and she is bringing us some delicious looking content. Taco Tuesday. This is something I know a lot of people get involved in, so I know a lot of people will be interested to see what you do with Taco Tuesday here. So I'll put that video into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with this creator, get a few watch minutes in there. And the tinfoil bunker is reaching out to everybody there. I hope everybody, when you see new channels in the chat, will give them a warm welcome into the Tuber Chat family here. I know it's tough to follow sometimes, especially on a phone, so I do appreciate everybody's patience. But there's, you know, we always have brand new channels in the chat. We always have people who've been here a long time, literally getting into years now, and over 100 channels will come through every single day in a Tuber Chat live stream, no matter how long we go on for. So there's always new people to meet. And thank you, Khalid Delicious Food. Canadian Family Life. So I'm still getting to know the channel, but obviously some delicious looking content. Looks like they're bringing us haul videos as well, and we might get a look at the family behind the channel by the look of it as well. When we get into the shorts videos, we see that these are starting to get over 1,000 views, which is great. And then in the live streams, they just did one today. Sorry I missed that, but hopefully I'll catch the next one that you're going to do. And Canadian Family Life has 440 subscribers right now, so we'd love to push them towards the 500 that they're thinking about. Embarkation Nation, did I get you on the wheel? I don't think I did yet. Parge Jen, I'm going to put you up on the screen right now. Embarkation Nation's got to be added to the wheel. I try to put channels on the wheel as soon as I see them in the chat when they're members. And for anybody that is supposed to be on the wheel like that, for any of our members, if you notice me missing you, or if you wonder, please don't be afraid to give me a nudge. Because I'd rather make the mistake of doing something twice than not doing it, but I promise you I make as many mistakes as anybody else. We saw one earlier today, again, for the 100th time. I forgot to unmute my mic. I've done that countless times. Tina A. Warending, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And we're looking at Parge Jen right now. This is a creator with over 7,000 subscribers. Now, they already had that before they found the Tuber Chat family, but we've got videos as well as shorts to see on this channel. These have gotten into the almost 10,000 views. So a lot of random content here, a few tasty meals by the look of it. And then when we get into the live streams, this is something they used to do. They gave us one a little while ago. I'm not sure if that's going to continue, but they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And this is another, for argument's sake, travel channel more than anything else. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. But they're here with us frequently, of course. That's okay, Canadian Family Life. Thank you very much for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by quickly to give a thumbs up or say hello. And I know not everybody could be here every day or for 2.5 hours every time we stream, but I also want to say hello to our friends who are running the stream in the background, because I know we got a few friends that do that, or let the stream run out and things like that. It always helps, of course. And yeah, we're doing well for thumbs up. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I'm not sure if Ocean to Ocean Travel is here right now, or if that's just their membership rolling over. You'll notice that Bautissimo drops a link with every Super Chat and membership as well. But sometimes what happens when you live stream, especially on the same, within the same kind of hours during the day, if that makes sense, then 30 days later, or on whatever date of the month, the membership will roll over. So it looks like somebody's becoming a membership, but they're actually just continuing. So they may or may not be here right now, but that's Ocean to Ocean Travel. Yellow Shirt Dad is up here right now, and this is a creator who's just built an incredible reputation over a short period of time since being in the Superchat family as somebody who is incredibly supportive, first of all. Oh, there you are. Ocean to Ocean Travel's in the house. Thank you for that. Thank you for continuing that membership. I'm going to get them onto the wheel. And Yellow Shirt Dad is incredibly supportive. First of all, they're building friendships with creators. I see it. It's a part of me, wonderful thing for me always to see between creators, the inside jokes you start to hear from people. Yellow Shirt Dad's appeared on other StreamYard panels now. I see the conversations in the chat. Of course, I don't catch anything. I miss as much as anybody, maybe even more. But sometimes I catch little things, like finding out that creators are making plans to play video games together or hang out or talk and things like that, which is cool. Khalid Delicious Food, please don't spam, my dear friend. Khalid Delicious Food is always very enthusiastic, but always has positive things to say as well. Now, Yellow Shirt Dad and their content will sometimes give us a look around. It's mostly outdoor content on this channel. If you look far enough, you will find videos that are more lengthy, getting into like 8 or 10 minutes. But most of what they've been doing lately is bringing us a joke of the day. And these are very much what a lot of people would consider dad jokes, but I think they're going to bring a smile to just about anybody. And their shorts videos are really starting to move. I don't think I saw this one. This must be new. Am I mistaken about that? The snakebite one? 6,000 views. Good work on that. Sketchy load. Those are always fun. Remind me never to tell anybody how many videos I've watched of traffic and crazy drivers and all that kind of stuff, because you see some really outlandish stuff when it comes to that. And Jedi Cameron is going to come up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. Corinne's Life is in the house, another fellow Canadian who's actually here as a member and a moderator. It's one thing I always forget to mention about Scratchin' PPA, a fellow Canadian. He's only an hour and a half away from me, as a matter of fact, or ish. And let me get Corinne's Life onto the wheel. Corinne's Life is a member and a moderator, actually. And yes, thank you, Khalid Delicious Food, my friend. And I'm always happy when you're here, of course. Khalid Delicious Food always brings enthusiasm and positivity into the chat. So Jedi Cameron is up right now. This used to be Hyper Blitz. They changed their name, but they're here with us frequently, almost every single day, as a matter of fact. Brzinger is here from Michigan. I'm not sure if I knew that before, but thank you for letting us know. I'm always happy to learn as much as I can about channels and creators. Of course, I don't catch everything, but I try to learn a little bit as we go. But Brzinger Inc. is from Michigan, so that's not too far either. Jedi Cameron has 807 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 900 they're thinking about. Now, they got a lot of shorts videos here, and these are starting to become a little bit random, but they've got a lot of video gameplay on their channel. A few talking head videos, but a lot of what you're going to find, especially in the live streams, are things like Fortnite. There's some other games here as well. They really try to mix things up, and that continues in their videos, whether it's Call of Duty or other types of games as well. So I'm going to take their latest one. I'm going to put this Fortnite video into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up a little bit and make sure I don't fall too far behind. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. And we'll see what is going to happen with I want to know and get to the farm. This is another situation where we've got a couple of creators together with separate channels who support each other wholeheartedly, and they're never too far behind each other. Glorious Platter, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you being here. I hope to catch you, especially for another live stream soon. Jedi Cameron's going to change their banner maybe sometime soon. Glorious Platter is very thoughtful in their live streams because they bring us delicious looking content, and it's usually a full meal that's prepared, but they're very considerate about getting some of the ingredients together. They still show us the full process, but they're considerate about keeping the live stream moving with pure action while keeping up with the chat as well. I really enjoy their live streams. But Glorious Platter's been a dear friend for as long as I can remember now. And I Want to Know is in the house, and with 335 subscribers, this is a channel that's going to talk to us about the unexplained, delving deep into the mysteries of the past. We can join them on a journey through time and space as they uncover the secrets of advanced civilizations, lost artifacts, and ancient legends. They've got a little bit more on their channel that you can see in the About page, but basically all of the things that might be mysterious or unexplained are the conversations that are going to be had here. I've got the latest video, and I've got this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up a little bit, make sure I don't fall behind. They've got some shorts videos. These are starting to approach 1,000 views, which is great, so hopefully that continues. I'm going to show you Get to the Farm, because these two creators, very much like what I talked about with Coastal Water and Backlash Fishermen, support each other wholeheartedly. They're usually not too far behind each other, almost here every day, both. And I'm just going to take the latest video from Get to the Farm and put this in my catch-up list as well. So they're in southwest Montana, and they are talking about gardening, cooking, preserving, fencing, building, livestock care, and much more. They want to give practical tips and tricks to help us get started and maintain a sustainable homestead. So we'll find a lot of that in their content. I just want to see the shorts. These have started to get into the thousands of views, which is great. And then live streams are something that might be picked up again very soon. And I can tell you right now, we've had conversation where they've let me know they absolutely intend on letting people meet each other the same way that we do here. So you'll pick up more friends and family members when you're with Get to the Farm for sure. Whether they do premieres or live streams, I'm sure that will be the case. Arise World, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Sherman's Family Farm, good to see you here. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. We're going to look at VS Speaks Royally. And actually, I think what we'll do is we'll go for 3 minutes. We'll come back and catch this channel. If anybody has the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Superchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. We're back in 3 minutes. All right, we're back and looking at VS Speaks Royally. My friend Havchita Will View has just come in. Yeah, I moved things around. Today I was going to do one earlier in the day, but I basically just try to go almost every other day. Lately, for a few weeks, been Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday for the most part. But things are going to mix up again because I'm going to get back to work season. Stephen, Tina, Jewel, not on the wheel just yet, but I probably won't make too much longer before starting to get names on the wheel. I will try to get that done within the next not too long from now. Again, the secret to getting on the wheel on the screen is conversation in the chat, right? So I always look over at my list. So I'll show you, for instance, part of me, VS Speaks Royally. We're going to talk about your channel in a second. But when we look at the list, I just refreshed it for how many channels there are. Now, most of these are members anyway, so they will have already been on the wheel, but you can see where you are on the list. So right around here, right? So there's quite a few ahead, but the more you conversate with other creators, the faster you move up the list there. AACon 50, good to see you in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And so just a note, because I mentioned it for a quick second there, Havchita Will View was just talking about the fact I'm not usually on Tuesdays, right? We're just doing this today, and for a couple weeks now. It's been Tuesday and Thursday, but I moved the times around, and today was a last-minute thing. I was going to do it earlier and moved it later. But one of the things that I used to hear, I haven't heard it a lot lately, but one of the things I used to hear, especially in the first year of Superchat, was creators wanting to be full-time. And, you know, the idea was sometimes it can cause tension in families. You know, oh, I wish my wife would understand, or I wish my husband would understand. I just want to be full-time. If I could just, you know, either do my cooking and make my income on YouTube, or if I could play games and make my income on YouTube. But while it's possible to make more money than a lot of people wished for in the first place, and probably easier in the long run, getting to a full-time income, a true full-time income, can be a lot longer of a wait than we think. So one of the things that I might talk about is the idea when somebody says, like, you know, I want to be full-time on YouTube. So, well, here's an example, right? I work full-time. Some of you may not already know this, but coming up, especially, it could have been now, but let's just say a couple of weeks from now, I'll be out 3 days a week doing construction work. God-awful work that I wouldn't wish on anybody, working with concrete and asphalt, painting lines in the road, you know, horrible, what you might call real work, right? But even though I might be able to start working that down and not have to work so much or so hard, I'm still going to do it anyway, because why wouldn't you, right? The idea is not aiming for a full-time income on YouTube. I believe that that takes, for the most part, 100,000 subscribers. And the reason why is because getting that kind of a significant income coming through, I'm talking thousands of dollars consistently every month, can take that long, because like a lot of things on YouTube, it's not perfectly consistent. Most of the creators here in the Superchat family are going to find that after you're monetized, the income goes up and down, right? It's hard to predict. Things like Christmas are a big time. Different weeks of the month can be good or bad. Some of it, you know, depends on all kinds of different things that are going on in the world. So it's hard to get to a point where you can consistently say, this is it. The other thing, too, is that depending on different people's needs, for the money that they're going to bring in through monetization, it would be wonderful if all of life's, you know, basic needs and wants could be handled, and then there'd be some, let's say, disposable income, if you want to call it that. But what I would hate to see is the idea that somebody works so hard to make a few dollars, because I promise you, someday I'll tell the stories about why I know how much even $20 a month, $50 a month, $100 a month can be life-changing money. There's so much more available, and I would hate to see somebody start to have that build and then take away from, let's say, your main income, supplement it with the part-time income from YouTube, and not really get ahead. where my wish truly is for everybody to get what they want out of YouTube. If monetization is it, that's fine. Whatever you want to do with that, that's what I wish for you. But in most people's case, I'm assuming that when it comes to monetization, it's because you want to build more income, a significant amount of extra income. So I'd hate to see somebody hurt themselves on one side just because they're making a little more on the other side, when again, it's not consistent. So forgive the long speech, but it's just an idea. And again, I think a full-time income takes a very long time. But there are other, friends of mine who are doing the same thing, and we just continue to work because the idea is trying to make life better. Or different people have different plans for monetization. There's different reasons why people are here, different things that they do with their, money. There's any number of different reasons why people might want some of that. But when you, I just wish for everybody to be able to have YouTube bring you what you wish for. You know what I mean? And it can be a long stretch to try to replace a full-time income quickly, is basically what I mean to say. And don't give up your day job is basically the idea. But if that's what somebody wishes, I think it takes years in most cases, but it can. And the idea is, if you knew that you could do that 5 years from now, would you be willing to put in the work truly, starting now and all the way through, knowing that you're not even going to start to see the light at the end of that tunnel for a long time, but it will start to appear. Usually what happens, this is what I've seen so far in my own experience, is YouTube starts out and you have no idea what is going to happen, when you're going to have thousands of subscribers, when you're going to start to bring in income, when you're going to get monetized and all that. So eventually what happens is you start to approach it. It gets exciting and you're happy. You hit a lot of milestones and there's always something going on, which is great. Once you're monetized, now it's a slow climb as things build. It's very possible for things to go far beyond what you ever would have imagined today or when you started. But what will happen is it will feel like an overnight improvement, let's just say. It won't be, because when you look back, you make a few dollars one month, a few more dollars, a few more dollars, a few more dollars, a few more dollars, until all of a sudden a year later, you might be making more than you hoped for in the beginning and saying, wow, how did that happen? When did that happen? I don't even remember that happening, because you're so entrenched, if that makes sense, in your YouTube journey. Maybe that's what I wish for everybody, if that's what they'd like. But again, the idea is, I'm here to hopefully help in some small way, but motivate everybody to get what they want out of YouTube. It doesn't have to be monetization. That's a possibility to help other things as well. And then, am I pronouncing it right if I say Latox? Good to see you in the house for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. If you follow the instructions in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Okay, forgive the long speeches today. I get really carried away sometimes. VS Speaks Royally is up right now. This is another longtime friend. Home Bartending with John. I've got you on the wheel, by the way. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Be Amazing Sylvia's on there as well. VS Speaks Royally is somebody I talk about almost every day, because they have got a fast-paced, high-energy live chat that comes along with their live streams. This is something they've built up over a long period of time. They're on a rapid growth spurt right now, and they've had a busy year. It's getting on, it's going to be soon, I'm going to be saying year, actually, but it's many, many months. Because what they do more than anything else is talk about the royal family. And they still stay well-versed and up-to-date on their subjects, so they always engage conversation everywhere that they go, and then lead conversation on their own channel during especially their premieres and live streams. when you get to their channel and you catch them for one of these live streams, you're going to see truly engaged conversation, which is really, really cool because they've been at this a long time now and they're ready to go with all the different news that happens with the royal family. I think we all understand that that can be frequent. There's always something happening. So they're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships, but you'll notice as well that they have now crossed 4,000 subscribers. And I always say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of 3,000 and beyond. When we look at the shorts, we see a lot more random content mixed in here, but these are starting to get into the thousands of views, which is great. Live streams are frequent. I missed the last one, but I'm going to take the latest live stream replay and put it in my catch-up list, and that'll give me a chance to catch up a small amount here. I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. And Kathy Payna is going to come up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel for today. We've still got a long way to go today. We can stay up to another more than an hour if everybody would like. We're usually here anywhere from 2.5 to 3 hours. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen, but I typically move faster as time goes on as well. Yeah, thank you everybody. 97 or 98 thumbs up there. Thank you everybody for that. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat on so you don't lose your place. Or, yeah, pardon me, if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off so you don't lose your place. But, pardon me, if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to give a thumbs up. But you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I don't have you on the wheel. I swore today that I put you on the wheel. I really do think that I did. I might have accidentally deleted it. I don't know why I've done that to you repeatedly now. Thank you for mentioning it. And for anybody that's a member, you're supposed to be added to the wheel as soon as we see you in the chat. If for whatever reason you think that your name is missing and it's not supposed to be, by all means, please just give us a nudge. Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs are dear friends. They're here with us every day. I don't know why I've done that to them repeatedly. But I've got them on there now. So forgive me, Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs. Luckily, we're all friends here, so hopefully they're as patient as I wish. And then Kathy Payne is up here right now. I see they've got what I think is a new short video, which is cool. Hopefully those continue. But you're already over 100 views on the first one, which is great. I'm just going to take the latest video and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up with this one, make sure I don't fall behind. When we get into the idea of live streams, that might be something they pick up in the future. And then when we get to the About page, they've got a lot of information, but Aloha Freedom Tours Hawaii is going to give you an idea as a start as to what to expect on the channel. They've already chopped up some of their content into some playlists so that we can binge watch if we want to. And 433 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 500 that they're thinking about. We'll spin the wheel. And I forgot to take VS Speaks Royally off the wheel, so I'm going to pull them off right now. We'll move a little bit faster. Jewel in the Kitchen we looked at earlier as well. And we'll try to move a little bit faster now. I'm anticipating within the next 20 minutes or so, maybe even less, I'll start adding names to the wheel. Corinne's Life is coming up. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. Corinne's Life is here as a member and a moderator. She's a fellow Canadian. She does a ton of live streaming. She's somebody who brings on StreamYard panelists, but also generously shares content by hopping in on other people's StreamYard panels as well. That's just one small aspect of her channel. It's truly encompassing everything that is Corinne's life. So she talks about vlogs, hauls, and more. There can be cooking videos, travel videos. We might be hanging out getting a family update from Corinne's life, and she happens to be a small business owner as well. Lighthouse and Anchor Designs is the name of the company that she uses to produce merchandise like hats, shirts, mugs like the one I'm holding in my hand every day, as well as vinyl stickers, Christmas ornaments, just basically anything that can be printed. So it's wonderful that we get a chance to see how merchandise is made behind the scenes from a creator like this, but she can also be used as a resource when it's time to think about merchandise for your own channels and businesses as well. Lots of people actually see Corinne's Life's merchandise on different channels, not just here in Superchat, but in lots of other places as well, which is great, and she's busy all the time. Thank you so much, Pedrosa Travel. You did get us to the 100 thumbs up, so thank you. I really do appreciate that. We don't do it every day, but it's almost every single day. We missed it one day a couple weeks ago, but now it's basically every day. But it's always exciting. It's always a fun milestone, and I always appreciate that because every single thumbs up, every single second that somebody watches or runs the stream really does help. Every interaction, of course. So thank goodness, Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs. Something might be happening for you in the universe right now. After all that time, I did not have your name on the wheel. You came up right away as soon as it was put on there. So we're going to look at your channel right now. And thank you, God and the universe, for doing that. I hate making mistakes, I promise you. You know, this is what I believe school does to us as children. You learn to hate making mistakes because you get punished for every mistake that you make. Whereas in real life, it doesn't have to be that way. But boy, do I ever, I promise you, I hate it as much as anybody else does. And I make as many mistakes as anybody else or more. Oh yeah, Corinne's Life was on with Call Me V. Yes, Kicking It Country. You're right, I was in there too, which is cool. I'm hoping Call Me V is going to make it down to the Niagara area. She talked about a meetup that's going to be about 3 hours north of Toronto, 2.5 hours north at some point in the near future, but she's also hopefully still expecting to come down to the Niagara area, which is a little bit closer to me, and do a bit of a meetup with a few different people. Hope Bus, I think they planned to meet up, and then they invited me to come and interfere with that. So I'm going to come and meet up with them both. Hope Bus I've met a couple of times already. To err is human. Yes, it is. But I promise you, I'm as hard on myself when that happens as anybody. Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs. These have been dear friends for a long time. Now, it's almost gardening time. Yeah, they're in Medicine Hat, Alberta. So I'm not 100% sure of what their weather is like over there right now. But here around the Toronto area, literally, I had the heat on in the truck on Sunday and air conditioning on Monday, and again today. So we've crossed into what is actually almost my favorite weather, right before it gets hot for the summer, but into that 12 to 14, 15 degrees Celsius. Keto Mama Michelle, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Now, Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs are a couple of provinces over there, but they will be thinking about gardening as well. In our climates, we have to think about... Now, I don't do any gardening at all, to be honest with you, not yet. Kristen is looking after a couple things for us, but I think about doing it, and my father is really into planting a lot of things, including a couple of herbs, but like tomatoes and things like this. But we have to be considerate about the weather and watch the frost lines, because we literally have... the earth under the grass and everything is literally freezing and thawing. Some of the work I typically do in the summer months can't be done for a while still, because you can't dig, you can't get into the ground for a while. But it should be coming any time. So Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs are watching that right now. I'm going to take that video and put it in my catch-up list so I can see what you've done there. Now, they are going to bring us literally family vlogging of all different types. They're indoors, they're outdoors, they're cooking, they're going out on adventures. And one of the things these creators are thinking about with their channel is how to improve all of the aspects of their YouTube journey. So thinking about thumbnails, titles, tags, descriptions, hashtags, how to better involve in the community involve themselves in the community. They obviously will be willing to swap playlists with other creators. So for anybody here that would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Yes, the Red Maple Grove, absolutely. I'm starting to understand more and more every day that we're going to need to start growing some of our own stuff. First of all, now there's a saving money aspect to it, but the knowledge from the skill set that comes from that might serve us all very well in the future. And Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs do a lot of sharing on their community tab, which is a great thing. I'll give you everybody a hint right now. How everybody uses their community tab could be different, right? On my personal channel, I usually use it more for announcements, announcing my own stuff. Once in a while, when something is really over the top, I'll put something else on there. But Superchat, I share for everybody like 8 to 10 times a day. 90% of those posts or more are for creators in the Superchat family of all different types. Some Superchatters, some members, some creators who are here often, once in a while somebody new, but we mix those up. But it's the number one thing that I am thanked for on YouTube. When you think about Superchat and what this channel is, I happen to be the host of the live stream here right now, but the number one thing I've been thanked for in the last 3 years is sharing on the community tab. So that shows you how powerful that is. I hope when everybody looks at their community tab, you're not thinking about the thumbs up and things like that, because the way that social media works, there's a lot of things that are done on other networks where you can measure, you can see the clicks. We know about hearts and likes and thumbs up and all this other stuff. But on community posts, the object is for you to see it and click right through to the content. People don't stop and read it. It's not the way it's designed. So I don't want anybody to think, I never get any thumbs up on my community posts, so they must not be working. That's not it. You're getting more views on your post than you think. I promise you that's the case in almost everybody's circumstance. They are more powerful than we think that they are. Take this story for what it is, but a creator that I run channels for decided to start a 4th channel, which he basically does himself. I just help with thumbnails and ideas and things like that. He pretty much does it all because just live StreamYard panels. But having a channel already of over 50,000 subscribers that we have built, which I run for him, this creator was able to start a brand new channel, get 250 subscribers in 1 day, and monetize that channel within 2 streams, I think it was. Call it 3, just in case I'm wrong, based off community posts. Now, great that they already had an audience on the other channels to drive it, but that's how powerful they are. More than we think they are in most cases, I'm sure. So Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs have got shorts getting into the couple thousand views now, and they live stream frequently as well. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. It's been over a week, so hopefully they'll do one of these soon and I'll catch them. I forget if they do Mondays. I forget what the day of the week they were doing was. They were doing one specific day of the week, and I forget if that was it. So hopefully Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs, I'll catch you the next time. They're here with us just about every single day. Philip Lemon, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. They're just coming by quickly, but thank you for the thumbs up. I really do appreciate that. We'll get Philip Lemon on the wheel because they happen to be a member. And I'm going to try to move a little bit faster now. Sherman's Family Farm's still here. Paul's Green Space has been here most of the live stream. Thank you for that. Twisted Lemon Diary is in the house. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. But Michelin Doll is in the house. That's a creator with 2 channels, also known as Mitchie Boo. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I don't know why I'm missing all these today. Thank you, Scratch and PPA. Kicking it with the Rooks. I hadn't had you on the wheel yet, but Scratch and PPA, was able to catch that one for me, so we'll get you on there right now. Unstable TV is here from Ireland. They are an incredibly dynamic couple on a rapid growth spurt right now, which it's not going to be a spurt because I think it's going to continue. So you'll see that they recently crossed 20,000 subscribers, and we watched this channel grow from its very beginning. And now they're getting close to 21,000 already. Pardon me, my voice is going to be done after another hour. Unstable TV is monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I can't believe how far behind I am, except that they've posted 5 videos in the last 6 days. I'm going to put the latest video up. They just put this up before Tuber Chat today, actually, a few hours ago. Now, you can see that these creators happen to be a dynamic couple. You can see the fun that they have in their videos just from the thumbnails, as well as when I roll over them, you get kind of an idea. Now, they're also very active on the other social networks. They're posting on TikTok and Instagram and doing very well there. They've got live streams here. I guess it has been a little while. Shorts videos they started with here. They got into a couple thousand views, but I'm going to show you a second channel that they've started. Unstable TV Shorts. Pardon me. I got to kind of chill. I feel like I'm yelling too much. Pardon me. Unstable TV Shorts has 345 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 400 they're thinking about. Now, they've got this channel for Unstable TV is specifically designed for shorts. They're experimenting with a lot of ideas here, but you see that these are starting to pop now into the thousands of views. That wasn't the case. When they started, they were getting the same 1, 0, 10, 100 views that we all get. But after a while, building a catalog, they're starting to really jump now, which is great. You can see 218 videos they've already put on this channel, and they just started it September. So it hasn't been that long. I think that's 8 months if I'm counting right. Maybe not even quite. And then, yeah, Paul's Green Space. So the hope is that the shorts will bring in subscribers that will watch the long-form content. That's the hope. And then hopefully your watch hours will start to grow from there. But everybody who ever wants to get monetized gets there eventually. You know, it's almost, I can keep saying my 99%, but I think it's even more. If you really want to get monetized on YouTube, it happens. It's just a question of when, but we just keep going. Rushing Wind Mountain, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. Pardon me, you can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Let me get the next channel up. Be Amazing Sylvia has been a friend of over 3 years, since before Tuber Chat started, actually. She is very well recognized as one of the original members of the Drop the Link Day crew. The reason why I mention that all the time is because it speaks to the generosity of the creator behind this channel. Be Amazing Sylvia is somebody who will always allow you to meet more friends and family members when you get to their channel for premieres and live streams. So it's pure variety in the content here, but they've got a lot of live streams with other familiar faces where they always share information about their YouTube journeys. We see that this creator has posted a lot of shorts videos, and these now have really started to pop. Look at these, into literally the hundreds of thousands of views, which is great because, you know, not everybody can just, you know, if you don't have content like this that you can put up, you might look at this and say like, oh, well, you know, I don't have that, so I can't put that up. But the idea is to keep trying lots and lots and lots of different things. Let's look through Be Amazing Sylvia's content and see all the different types of shorts that she's been putting up. You can see that there is random content all over the place. But at some point, they happen to put up a couple of these cheerleading videos, and they started to pop. They couldn't have predicted that in the first place, but it is turning into a lot of rapid growth for this creator, which is great. They're monetized as well, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And I'm just going to show you Sylvia's Daily Positivity, which is a second channel this creator has started, not just with shorts, but with motivating and inspiring content that is bringing more positivity from this same creator. So like I said, this is somebody who's been with me as a friend for long before Superchat had even started. We're getting on 3 years ago now at the end of this month. So it shows you that there are creators out there willing to support you literally for years. Some you have already met, some you have yet to meet. But Be Amazing Sylvia is one of those friends to me. And there you go, Be Amazing Sylvia. You got to try different things and see what works. Even if Sylvia and I posted exactly the same types of videos every single day at the same time, they would not perform exactly the same. It's just the way it is. You can't explain it. I promise you, it drives me as bananas as anybody else, but it's half the fun, if not frustration, in our YouTube journeys, is trying to find the things that will eventually work. Trying to make a video that everybody's going to like is almost impossible, but building a catalog of content, knowing that some people will like some of those videos, or hopefully a lot of people will like a lot of them, eventually some of them will fly. It's the 80-20 rule that basically rules everything in the world. 10 or 20% of the videos on your channel are what's going to carry the whole channel. And that's the case. That's the case for everybody. Hopefully we're still there. If I'm buffering or anything like that, we'll just keep hanging on as if. One of the things you'll notice is when you're streaming, sometimes you might have somebody in the chat say, oh, you're buffering, or oh, did I lose you, or oh, is the screen off? When you hear it from one person, it might just be them, not you, so you just want to carry on with what you're doing if you can, right? And then once you hear it from 2 or 3 people, now you know you got a problem with the internet. There's still not much that can be done. If there's a way to adjust everything, maybe you can put a coming back soon screen on like this, or not. And do what you need to fix the connection, but we should be okay here. I have literally, where I am today is the best internet that can be had in a residence of any kind. I'm actually where I work today. I'm not at home, but I have 2 setups. I have one at work, one at home. I carry a laptop between the 2 places, but here we have that fiber optic 5G beautiful Toronto world-class internet, so we should be okay. Kicking It with the Rooks now is well over 3,100 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. They are bringing us some more family, lifestyle vlogs, story times, and travel. As you can see, some of their most popular content includes some cruising content. Now I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. Oh, this is going to be interesting. The Rooks versus the Tesla. I'm going to take this and put it in my catch-up list. I'm going to be interested to see what you've done there. And Kicking It with the Rooks as well has got a lot of shorts videos. These are starting to get into the tens of thousands of views, lots of them. And then even one of them's popped over 127,000 views, which is great. Live streams are something that they used to do. I'm not sure if they're going to pick those back up. But the biggest thing about Kicking It with the Rooks is that I see them out supporting creators all the time when I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Embarkation Nation is up on the screen right now, and they're going to bring us more cruising and travel content, actually. And 328 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. Excuse me, towards the 400 that they're thinking about. Embarkation Nation is somebody who's out supporting others every day. I think they've been here in the Tuber Chat live streams almost every day as well. Lena Doyle Crafting, good to see you here for what I believe is the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Derek's Journey's in the house. I'm just going to show you something before I talk about the Embarkation Nation's content here. I found something today, and I don't know how long this has been around. This is just a shot in the dark random thing. I don't want to show it to anybody. Scratch and PPA, please don't watch for a second here. But there is a zero sugar Monster energy drink. You can't see because it's all green, right? Of course. But this is as close to the real Monster as they've gotten yet. And they colored it green and everything else, but it's zero sugar. It's the first time I've seen it. I don't know when it came out. I feel like the world passed me by this week or something. And wow, is that ever a find? Because the flavor of energy drinks like Monster, that particular one, it's so unbelievably good to me. I wish I didn't like it, but boy, am I ever as close to addicted as somebody can get without admitting they're addicted. And I know I eventually say I'm going to get off of this stuff, but this might set me back. This might like throw that idea right out the window. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. But Derek's Journey will like that because they do a lot of energy drink reviews. And they even did a shout out for Tuber Chat one day with a Monster energy drink review. So Embarkation Nation is up here right now. They've got some shorts. Like I said, these are getting into the thousands of views as well, which is great. You know, I'm always happy to see this kind of content. I happen to be lucky enough to work on a cruise ship one summer many eons ago. I don't know why I can't catch you for one of these live streams. They've got StreamYard panelists coming up. Shanster Travels, Destination Fun may be with you yet. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. It looks like I haven't caught you for one of these yet. I got the notifications on, so hopefully I'll just catch one. And then videos, of course, they're posting frequently as well. And hopefully everybody will enjoy pushing them towards the 400 subscribers they're thinking about. I think they're with us just about every single day. Oh, Derek's Journey, it's just a green one. It's just Monster Energy, but it has, you can't see it, I'm sorry, because of the green screen. But it just has that stripe. I don't know if you can see this on the bottom. Let me try to, yeah, see what it's doing there? Where the bottom of the can has that stripe. It says zero sugar, like all the other ones that say zero sugar, but it's green. Finally, it's like what I've been waiting for them to do for forever, even though I keep saying I'm going to quit and not drink those things anymore. So, looks like I'm going to be at their mercy for the foreseeable future. Kid Wonders Gaming and Live Stream is up on the screen right now. This is another friend who's been with me well over 3 years. More like 3.5 now. And my cool dog, good to see you in the house. Thank you for that. Their dog has a channel, which is great. I actually saw that the other day. I think for some reason I feel like this is not the first time I'm seeing that channel. I know I saw it. I'm not sure if you left a comment on Tuber Chat or if we met each other in another chat. Forgive me for not being mistaken about that, but it's good to see you here for the first time then. But that's really cool. So I hope everybody will give my cool dog a welcome into the Tuber Chat family. I forget whether that's a channel that we already know with a new channel now for their dog, or if that's a new creator coming into the Tuber Chat family. And then Kid Wonders Gaming and Live Stream is here with over 4,600 subscribers. Now, this is just one of this creator's many channels. Like I said, I've known them over 3.5 years now. They were so unbelievably supportive to me and to us in the creation of Tuber Chat and the building of this channel before we even started live streaming, that they were the very first creator to be chosen out of the Tuber Chat family for episode number 2 of TuberChat, and their channels have been featured over the years a few times, but this is an unbelievably supportive creator. They continue to this day, after 557 episodes of TuberChat, to still come by as often as they can, support creators in the right way, and they're monetized on this channel. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when you get there. If you happen to go to this channel, Kid Wonders Gaming and Livestream, and search out TuberChat, you'll actually see us playing this 8-ball pool game for about an hour. We collaborated there. And then Kid Wonders Life of Wonder is where we get random content from this creator, but this is where they started. So a lot of vlog style videos, or talking head, kind of like catch up with this creator, chance to hang out, lots of live streaming. They're monetized here, of course, as well, and then some shorts videos that have gotten into the thousands of views also. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They've got a couple more channels, but I'll leave it to you to find them. Mental Cop, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for being here. So when we have a channel that doesn't have any videos, we'll try to subscribe anyway. But it's going to be easiest for everybody after you do have a video of 3 minutes. So I just hope that you'll have some patience, and as people come to the channel and subscribe, you'll be able to get notified in your YouTube studio. You'll be able to get back to them and then just check up to make sure those connections are still sticking. But it's great to have you here, and congratulations on starting a new channel then. And our instructions are always in our video description for anybody that's brand new to TuberChat. If anybody has the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into TuberChat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay, because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Stephen Tina Jewel, I'm going to get you on the wheel right now. Paranormal Highway is coming up in 3 minutes. All right, we're back, and we're looking at Paranormal Highway. I added a few names to the wheel. Stephen Tina Jeweler there, Kicking It Country, and Together We Travel are all on the wheel. I'm going to try to really start moving it through channels a little bit faster than I usually do, so that we can get as many channels on the screen in the next 40 minutes or so as possible. So Paranormal Highway obviously is going to bring us paranormal-based content more than anything else. When we get to the channel, we see actually something more unexplained from this creator. UFO over Canada is going to be interesting, not to mention some Bigfoot footage, ghost footage, so paranormal investigations. So I'm just taking the latest video and put that into my catch-up list. That's just so I can keep caught up with creators. It's a playlist that I use. They can be great tools for staying caught up with creators. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Is that Anthony from from Unidentified S4? That's funny in that thumbnail. I'm always happy to see creators collaborating, of course. I'm just getting into the shorts videos. These are starting to get into the thousands of views, which is great. A couple of thousand, almost 3,000 and more. Lots of live streams here, so I'm sorry I haven't caught you for a while. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these again shortly. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and over 17,000 subscribers, so it's great to see a channel of that size still supporting others. Purpose K, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Ben Cyan Games just went through a experiment for the month of March where they were doing a marathon live streams every single day, usually for about 11 hours or so. And Ben Cyan Games is here with us just about every single day. They have got a lot of video gameplay on their channel, a few talking head videos, a bit more variety, like these bar chart races. One of them's done extremely well in their shorts. You can see 360,000 views on that, plus a lot of these other shorts that have gotten into the thousands of views, which is great. Mostly live streams, and this is where you get an example of the different video gameplay from this creator. But Ben Cyan Games always engages conversation when they're here, and is somebody who's been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter ever since being in the Superchat family. Let's spin the wheel. Paranormal Highway, I forgot to take that off the wheel. We'll take it off right now. We're one step ahead, and we'll move into the next channel. In another moment, I'm going to put Nikki D Music and More onto the wheel. She's a longtime friend with a couple of channels, actually, but she's been here a long time also. I've got a list in the background with a robot that helps me understand the order in which channels should be added to the wheel, so I'll stay on top of that now. Home Bartending with John is up. I'm going to put Nikki D Music and More on the wheel. Home Bartending with John has 335 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push him towards the 400 he's thinking about. Now, he's put out a lot of shorts videos on this channel, so I'll leave it to you to see these. These are starting to get into the thousands of views. A lot of reviews on the channel. So I'm going to take this video, I'm going to put it in my catch-up list. John's going to review a lot of stuff that I would never even bother thinking about drinking. I don't drink a lot anyway, but when I do, I like beer that tastes like water with a little bit of beer. So I drink Corona only, and usually the lightest thing any place ever has. But what this channel does that I find most compelling is they bring us the idea of teaching us how to make some of the most popular cocktails in the world from the comfort of our own home. I forgot that you did the trash can for me. Thank you for that. I said that they do. I always say that Home Bartending with John has done a couple of requests for me. I always remember the Old Fashioned because that came from the TV show Mad Men. I remember asking about that, but I forgot the trash can was going to be a thing. when I was working at that other place, it didn't work out the way we thought, so we didn't bother getting into those. But I was happy to have that instructional video done. Now, what I'm talking about is Home Bartending with John's going to teach us how to make different cocktails, and he's actually going to do it in different variations. So you might get 3 different ways to make a certain drink. So it might be fast and easy as the first recipe, something based on television or movies like pop culture, like for instance the Mad Men version of an old fashioned, or there's probably a few different ways to make a trash can and things like that, right? Home Bartending with John will also show us sometimes even a third recipe that's much more rich and flavorful with more ingredients if that's something that you want. He's constantly thinking about how to expand the content for the audience. So he's also brought us a couple of videos like this, how to make 8 different mocktail unalcoholic or non-alcoholic recipes. 6 low-calorie cocktails is an idea. More low-calorie cocktails here, which is great. And like I said, he takes requests on his channel. He's done at least 2 for me already. So hopefully everybody will enjoy those when you get there. The BC Gaming Dispatcher, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday. The BC Gaming Dispatcher has been with us quite a while as a friend, but they actually originally came to us from Instagram, and it's kind of an example to show you how using the outside social networks, if you enjoy them, can bring in extra traffic to your YouTube channel. But the BC Gaming Dispatcher is another longtime friend, but supportive channel as well. So I'm going to put the BC Gaming Dispatcher on the wheel, and that's your birthday present for today. But they've been with us a long time. The Sand Van is here with almost 1,300 subscribers. They're getting pretty close. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. The Sand Van are going to show us around the beautiful coast of Gold Coast of Australia. Their dream is to live full-time in their vehicle, but we get to follow that journey on their channel. Obviously a dynamic couple of creators here, and they've got some shorts videos as well. Let's see how these are doing. These are getting into a couple thousand views. They'll soon be into the thousands, but one of them has hit 11,000, which is great. So hopefully that continues also. They've chopped up their channel into several playlists so that we can binge watch if we want to, and they're here with us frequently as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I'm going to try to move a little bit faster through channels than I usually do now so that we can get as many on in the next half hour as possible. Again, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I know it takes more time than ever to get onto the wheel these days on Superchat. I do appreciate everybody's patience. Some days are faster than others, but we're usually here 2.5 to 3 hours, and it takes most of that time to start getting into other channels. But I just want to show everybody something. This is another example for the 100th time, because Scratch and PPA has literally been with us probably 530 or 540 times now out of the last 557. He's been here every day since finding TuberChat more than 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years ago. The only day that he wasn't here was when he was getting his internet fixed. But other than that, always been here. But for at least the 100th time, Scratch and PPA has been at the top of the wheel from the beginning of the stream. Doesn't have to be the top, but on the wheel from the beginning of the stream. And we're now at the 2.5 hour mark, and the wheel still hasn't picked Scratch and PPA. So it doesn't always take that long, but we never know. It's completely random, right? And thank you, Derek's Journey, for continuing that membership. Officially a year now, which is great. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Of course, Derek's Journey has been an incredibly supportive creator for a long time. Travel or Bust is here with more travel videos. I'm just going to hit the shorts because they're right at the front of the page. We see that these are now starting to get into the thousands of views, which is great. That's a much bigger ship. See, I was only ever on one cruise ship. I was lucky enough to have been on it. It's called the MV Zenith from Celebrity. I worked there for one summer, but it was much smaller than this. 700 staff and 1,400 passengers, so 2,100 in total. But that is a very small ship compared to a lot of the bigger ones that are out there today. Traveler or Bust has a live stream coming up. I haven't caught you for one of these yet, but hopefully I will. They're going to do that on Friday, I think, at 8 p.m. Eastern, so hopefully I'll catch that. And then for videos, they've got something new here right now, Celebrity Beyond. I'm going to put this video into my catch-up list and see what they've got going on there. It was many, many, many eons ago that I worked on a ship, but I always am happy to see this content. Traveler Bus has been with us for a while now. I'm thinking a few months already. 944 subscribers, officially on the road to 1K. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. It's a very important, magical milestone in all of our YouTube journeys, of course. Derek's Journey's coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list as soon as we get down to about 5 or 6. The button to receive gifted memberships, I think that only comes up if there are memberships that are gifted, right? When we've seen it a couple times, like a handful of times here on Superchat, but if somebody gifts memberships, it gives everybody the opportunity to click the button to receive. But I could be mistaken about that, so forgive me, I'm not an authority on it. The trouble is I can't see it on this channel, right? And it has to, you have to be on a channel at the moment that somebody's gifting memberships to see if it's going to work. Derek's Journey is here with almost 1,900 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. I'm going to grab their latest video, and this is an interesting product review by the look of it. Now, Derek's Journey brings us fitness first, and his family will engage in fitness challenges, and he gets a collaboration going with lots of other YouTubers, lots of other channels, and they do things like every month is a steps challenge. He has other fitness challenges on the channel, but he also gets into product reviews and family adventures, so we get to know the family behind the channel. They take us both indoors and outdoors on vacations and other family adventures, but they happen to be monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. The shorts are getting into thousands of views, and live streams are something that they might do again. It's been a while. When we get to the front page, we're going to see Balance Breakers Fitness and Gaming. This is another channel that they've started where they intend on bringing us more fitness challenges and video gameplay. Thank you very much. I didn't mean to solicit that, but thank you, Derek's Journey. For anybody that hasn't, there might be a button there, and forgive me, Scratch and PPA knows how to do it because he's seen it a million times, and I just haven't, and I don't think to look at it when I see it, but I gotta remember that the next time. But there might be a button available where you can have the 3 dots. Let me just show you what I'm talking about here. Pardon me, Derek's Journey. So when I hit the 3 buttons, or the 3 dots here, it might be different for me because I'm the one streaming right now, but you might be able to make sure that gifted memberships can be received. It says like allow gifts. And forgive me, Scratch and PPA, if you don't mind correcting me, I'll appreciate it. Bluehouse Travels, Travel Services, good to see you here. Dutchfly61 is a creator who's with us frequently. They'll be happy to have gained that gifted membership. But thank you, Derek's Journey, for the extra generosity. I really do appreciate that. He's done that before as well. Now, Derek's Journey also, this family has another channel called You Never Know with Jeannie and Jaden. And this is another couple of members of the In Real Life Derek's Journey family that are going to bring us more variety in family adventures as well as the fitness challenges that we know and love from the Derek's Journey channel. So hopefully everybody will connect with them here as well. We'd love to encourage these creators by pushing them towards the 200 subscribers that they're thinking about right now. There you go. Scratch and PPA is going to show you how to be eligible to receive gifted memberships. You just have to keep in mind as well, they're not available in every region or country, and not on every platform as well. So memberships cannot be purchased from an iPhone or I believe an iPad either. And then they're not available in every country. They're just not. So that's a big thing that's a part of it as well. But Scratchin' PPA is giving you the instructions for how you can turn that on or off. You have to do it on every channel if you want to be able to receive memberships. I don't know why they used to have it on by default. Some people have it on default by some, with some channels, others not. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but now apparently we have to turn it on. So you have to decide that if you'd like to. Together We Travel has 550 subscribers. I've just grabbed your latest video, Embarkation Day. This is going to be a very exciting video, March 26th. That happens to be Purple Day for those of you who understand awareness when it comes to epilepsy. That's a very important world recognized day. It's just coincidence, but Embarkation Day is very exciting, getting into the idea of beginning a cruise. And you see some of the shorts have gotten into the thousands of views. A couple of these have some beautiful views. I just think this is really cool every time I see this. They're here with us just about every single day. They support other creators as well. I run into them constantly, and they've got some live streams here. Now, I haven't caught one of these, but I'm hoping that I will. If you're going to continue these, they did some a couple of weeks ago, and I've got my notifications on, so if I can catch one, I will very soon. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen, see who's coming up next. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. CV Baseball Card Collector is a channel I'm still getting to know. They've been with us a few times, but I've only been through a bit of their content so far. I'm just going to take one of their latest videos. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list here, and they've got almost 1,900 subscribers. We're going to get into their shorts because I just want to see how these are performing, and these have gotten into the thousands of views. One of them's popped 47,000 views, which is great. I don't know if I've ever seen Fortnite cards. I should have known that they would come out with that. Almost every single thing that ever comes out with collectible items now. And then live streams are something else that they've done. Actually, frequently lately. I haven't caught any of these. I'm hoping I can catch you for one of these soon as well. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. We'd love to push them towards that 1,900 subscribers that they're thinking about. They will very soon be on the road to 2K. We always say somebody's on the road when they hit a 100 milestone. So as soon as they get that 1,900, they're officially on the road to 2K. And then, yeah, thank you, Blue House Travels Travel Services. Nikki D Music and More is coming up right now. And it's time for me to get a couple of names onto the wheel, so I'll do that in a second here. I'm really going to rifle through channels now because my voice is just about at the end of its chain for today. Rushing Wind Mountain is coming up, and Sherman's Family Farm. Blue House Travels Travel Services has been a long-time friend. That's Social Couplepreneur with a second channel. We'll look at those when we get them up. Nikki D Music and More has 329 subscribers. And this creator is obviously going to bring us music and more when we get into their videos. I see they've got a couple here. I'm going to take this Adele cover. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That will help me to catch up a little bit, see what you've done there. I'm going to get into their shorts, and we see that these have gotten well over a couple thousand views now, which is great, so that'll likely continue. Live streams, I haven't caught you for a while, but I'm hoping that I will. Wow, for all the time I'm on YouTube, you would think I would be catching more people on their live streams. I got 3 live streams going at a time, most of the time. So hopefully I'll catch you for another one soon. But Nikki D Music and More has been a longtime friend, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And when we get to Nikki D Music, Nikki D Official, we'll see that this creator's got a second channel with 147 subscribers over here, and a bit more content for everybody to follow if you would like to. And Sherman's Family Farm is coming up next, so we'll see what they've got going on their channel for today. Now, whenever we have a brand new channel that we have not seen before, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. But what I'm going to do is take your latest video, growing peppers. I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We are here 3 or 4 times a week, but we mix 3 or 4 times a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. I got distracted by seeing that WD-40 there. I always make sure I have WD-40 around. That is the story of an incredible company. I would like to know the company story behind WD-40. I got to look that up because, you know, from being a young boy at my grandfather's place, I remember him telling me WD-40 is for everything. And it's always around. And my father's always had it, and I've always had it, and you know, it's something I think should be a stocking stuffer for everybody at Christmas as well. The Stock Explorer's here. Brown Girl Bella is here. The Stock Explorer is a moderator. Brown Girl Bella is a member. I've got them on the wheel. Rushing Wind Mountain is another brand new channel. Now, again, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is take a video. I usually look for something longer if there is such a thing. I'm going to take this 19-minute video. I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are always here 3 or 4 times a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Hopefully everybody will give Sherman Family Farm and, pardon me, Rushing Wind Mountain a warm welcome into the Superchat family. And we'd love to push them towards the 400 subscribers they're thinking about. M&T Living and Cooking is here with us just about every day. My Flock is Everywhere is in the house, and I'm going to put them onto the wheel right now. They happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. M&T Living and Cooking is always out supporting other creators. So as much as I can be, I'm out trying to support in different premieres and live streams. Yes, at every housewarming. What a good idea. They should have, like, they have those diaper cake things. Don't ask me why I've seen that, but which I thought were odd, but popular apparently. They should have like a WD-40 duct tape type of thing for housewarming parties is a great idea. M&T Living and Cooking are always out supporting other creators. You'll find a lot of delicious looking content on this channel. In between some random vlogging, and you know, they've got these RC cars now that they're doing a lot of videos with. This is a different type of video for this channel. When we get to the shorts, we see that these have popped into the thousands of views as well. One of them now over 11,000 views, which is great, and that one looks like it might still be climbing. And then live streams are something that they do occasionally, but M&T Living and Cooking are always out supporting other creators. I've run into them so countless times supporting others. Bluehouse Travel Services, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. For that reason, we're going to put their channel up on the screen right away, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel afterwards. We always put super chatters on the screen right away in order. This a couple of creators actually has 2 channels. So Bluehouse Travel Services is going to be able to help us with our travel needs, as you would expect. They post a few videos here to reinforce their travel business. They're getting close to 100 subscribers here. Even the shorts now are starting to pop into the thousands of views, which is great. Hopefully that continues. Live streams might be an idea for the future, but they typically post these short videos just to promote the business. But when we look at Social Couplepreneur, we're going to see more travel from these creators, along with a lot more content as well. Lots of members only stuff. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I'm just going to take their latest video and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. It is a Get to Know You challenge, and that's a collaboration with another creator, which is great. And now they're on the road, officially halfway on the road to 2,000 subscribers, which is great. When I look at the shorts on this channel, these are popping into the thousands of views, which is great. And then live streams are something that they're doing occasionally here. These might pick up again, so hopefully everybody will connect with them, have that notification bell on so you catch them when you have an opportunity for them. Thank you, Rushing Wind Mountain. We've been at this for a while now, but things like this, we call this a growth stream, right? And there's lots of them out there. They're all run a little bit differently, and they were certainly here before I started. I was inspired by friends like Be Amazing Sylvia, Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder, and was on YouTube for a few years before starting this. But I saw a couple of other growth streams, and some of those creators even offered to help. When I said, I'm going to do a channel just like yours, they said, we'll help you, and they did. And it's really kind of overwhelming. That's what inspired the idea here anyway, is I found so many generous people willing to help each other. And I've been on social media since it started, literally for over 30 years now. Since the days of CompuServe and AOL, MySpace, Facebook, Friendster, and all that stuff. And I've never seen such generosity and people willing to help each other along, understanding that that's what makes the whole thing move. So that's what inspired this. But this is what we're at, because I understand instinctively it's the friendships that are made between the creators that are here that is the magic behind what we're doing. It has nothing to do with channels on the screen, has nothing to do with people, like, you know, different numbers of people, how many likes we get, or anything like that. It's the friendships that start in this chat that is the magical aspect of this. But I understood that from the beginning, and this is what we see. You hear it in the stories that I tell. Philip Lemon is somebody who always comes into the Tuber Chat live streams with enthusiasm. 168 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 200 that they're thinking about. Some gameplay live streaming that they talk about, but a lot of random videos here. So they've got a new intro, or, well, sorry, it's not new. They've got an intro here. That's one of their most popular videos. Lately, they're putting up a few gameplay videos, but live streams, I think, are what they've done more than anything else here. Shorts videos are something they've gotten into, but when I look at how popular these are getting, they're into well over 1,000 views as well, so that will likely continue. Philip Lemon's here frequently and has been a friend for a long, long time. Mr. Fulton Mraz always has news for us in the chat. Most of it's good, but hopefully that's going to work out well, so good luck to you, Mr. Fulton Mraz. That's another creator who's been with me for about 3.5 years, since before Tuber Chat ever even started. And we'll all be thinking about you tomorrow, Mr. Fulton Mraz. So take it easy and do what you need to get that fixed up. The BC Gaming Dispatcher, happy birthday to you. If anybody hasn't already wished a happy birthday to the BC Gaming Dispatcher, I hope you will. They are a longtime friend now, but there's somebody who found us originally through Instagram and came over into the Tuber Chat live streams. And that kind of just shows you how some of the outside social networks can bring in some traffic. You know, some more than others. But every friend and every subscriber matters, right? And that makes sense too. Yes, I love meetups, Kicking It Country. I've been lucky to meet a few other YouTubers, and hopefully we'll meet a lot more in the coming months and years. The BC Gaming Dispatcher is going to bring us video gameplay, of course. When we get into the shorts videos, we see that these are starting to crack over 1,000 views, which is great. Live streams are something they seem to be doing frequently. You know, I still haven't played Fortnite in all this time. Oh, I didn't realize you were playing with Cole Waltz. Cole Waltz is another very supportive creator as well, so it's great to see you doing that. And then videos are something they're posting frequently. But I'm just going to take this Call of Duty video and put this in my catch-up list so that I can catch up. I see I'm behind with you. That's just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Pardon me, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I wonder if today is a record day. Scratch and PPA has been on the wheel for 2 hours and 51 minutes. I wonder if that's the longest that we've seen. It could be close. We never know. The wheel is always random. You know, Scratch and PPA is here every day. I shake my head every day wondering how it's possible that somebody could support anybody in this way. If you can imagine, we're talking thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of support, because that's just on this channel. Scratch and PPA is connected on everything that I do and touch, to be honest with you. A fellow Canadian, and Scratch and PPA now is approaching 1,600 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther. What he brings us in his content is a Scratch Challenge series of videos. What he does is pits 2 lottery scratch tickets against each other, and we get the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. He posts with perfect consistency and has for over 2 years now. His videos come out every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern without fail for over 2 years, and it is one of the fastest rolling chats in the whole Superchat family. Faster than this, faster than most you've ever seen, at least in the Superchat family. And I believe that a big part of that is because of the support that he gives to others. He is the reason why I say the words seems to be everywhere all the time to describe him and a few other creators as well. It is very fast-paced in his premieres, very high energy, and you will be able to meet more friends and family members when you're there. So I hope you'll connect with Scratch and PPA. You'll notice presentation is always at the forefront of his mind. His bright, beautiful avatar is matched by the thumbnails on every single video, which include a hint about giveaways that he does in every video, and then his banner is updated every single week to match. And this creator's video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first video well over 2 years ago. So I hope everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA if you haven't already. He is a shining jewel in the Superchat family, to say the least, and literally one of the most supportive creators that I've met in the last 5.5 years. Almost 6. I have to say 6 basically now. It's 6 years ago now, literally now, that I started filming. It was April 1st, 6 years ago, that I started filming. Not because it was what's the joke day? April Fool's Day. But just because that's when the work season usually starts for me. So right at the beginning of April, 6 years ago, is when we started filming, and I think we had the first video out on the first channel by the end of the month. And that was the very start. But Scratch and PPA is that supportive that I, to this day, say, you know, the only reason I don't say he's the most supportive creator that I've met in the last 6 years is because different people support in different ways. The fairest way I can describe it is to say one of the most supportive creators. But I think you get what I mean when I say that. Kicking It Country. Did we look at this channel already? Maybe I'm mistaken. I thought we put this channel up. Maybe not. So I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. What I'm going to do is take your latest video and I'm going to put this into a playlist that I have, my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 or 4 times a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. So that's Kicking It Country, and we'd love to push them towards the 700 subscribers they're thinking about to give them a warm welcome into the Tuber Chat family. Steve and Tina Jewel are also here for the first time, and Trish the Natural is here. She's just come in. And that creator happens to be a member, so I've got them on the wheel. Thank you again if you're still here, Bluehouse Travels Travel Services and Social Couplepreneur, for that super chat. Forgive me, I usually try to thank everybody after I put the channel up again. I'm not sure if I did, but thank you for that. Songbits Laura, thank you. And then, oh, there you go. Ben Cyan Games been on for about 6 years as well. Steve and Tina Jewel is up, and thank you, Kicking It Country. The idea is over weeks and months after, being here in the Tuber Chat live streams, I enjoy getting to know channels, content, and creators. You hear it in the stories that I tell, but over time the stories get better and the channel features get a little bit longer. So, I'm rifling through them right now. At the beginnings of the streams, I'm usually a lot more liberal about the amount of time that we spend, but we have to clamp down just because I like to get as many people on the screen as I can as well. Now, Steve and Tina Jewel are here for the first time. Hopefully we can give them a warm welcome into the Tuber Chat family as well. Again, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, so what I'm going to do is take one of your videos. I will take your latest one. It looks like they might be fellow Canadians as well. I'm going to put this into my watch later list, and again, what I will do after the live stream is go through my watch later list and watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on. That should make our connection stick. And then pardon me, hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 or 4 times a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Trish the Natural is coming up right now, and look at that luck. See, Scratch and PPA has to wait 2 hours and 51 minutes. Trish the Natural comes in and is almost picked right away. And that's happened a couple times today. And thank you, Kicking It Country. We'll look forward to seeing you again. We're back on Thursday. Trish the Natural is here with 710 subscribers. This creator is going to talk to us about natural hair care. Her content starts to expand into things like wigs and weaves and other beauty products and tips and tricks and tutorials. But you'll notice that this dynamic creator gives us a perfect look at what to expect in their content. The thumbnail literally starts to blend right into the video. Now, she's had presentation on the forefront of her mind as well. These bright, bold headshots make her recognizable. That's going to pay off for recognition and branding over the long term. But you see the professional look that she's given to all of these thumbnails. Even though each video gets a different color scheme, they all have a consistent look. So Trish the Natural's been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for quite some time, but I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards the 800 subscribers she's thinking about right now. She's here with us almost every single day, and I see her out collaborating with other creators now as well, which is great. When I talk about the idea of Tuber Chat being inspired by generosity, one of the creators that always comes to mind is Brown Girl Bella, and she's been with us for a while today. She is somebody who I've been connected to for over 3.5 years on my personal channel. She supports all of my channels, as a matter of fact. And Brown Girl Bella now is well over 4,100 subscribers. She's actually on a rapid growth ramp right now. I see this channel growing very fast. Now, it's not a surprise. You know, I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what it must have taken to get to a level of 3,000 and beyond. She's now well over 4. This creator brings us beauty more than anything else. A lot of get ready with me videos, particularly live streams, hauls, product reviews, other beauty related tips, tricks, and tutorials, but she also has a couple of series of live streams. Thursday is Bella After Dark, where things get a little more adult, but always engaging with the chat. And then Sunday Sips is another series that she's had going on. These are literally like years now. And this creator posts with perfect consistency as well. She's monetized, of course, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And she has been an overwhelmingly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter all of this time. It's wonderful to see and know that we were right in predicting the future, in that after 557 live streams here on Superchat, Brown Girl Bella is still coming around as often as she can to support in the right way, continue to grow her own audience, and support other creators. So I hope you take inspiration from these stories that I tell about these creators who've been supporting for such a long time. Brown Girl Bella has been a dear, dear, dear friend, and I know she cares deeply about her audience and the friendships that she's made during her YouTube journey as well. The Stock Explorer is coming up right now. We'll see what we've got going on with this creator. The Stock Explorer has almost 1,600 subscribers. They recently updated their avatar. That's Nora. And this creator is going to talk to us about the stock market and crypto markets in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. They do that through everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics like options trading and NFTs. And then they bring us shorts, videos, and live streams. When we get into the shorts, we'll see that there's a lot of random content mixed in as well. And that's cool. They're getting into the thousands of views. Live streams often have friendly conversation. Although you might see charts and graphs included at times, they often have product in hand. We're seeing that, a lot here. And I've even joined them on their channel, actually. Just a couple of months ago, we had a 2-hour discussion about YouTube. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They are the newest addition to our moderator squad. I hadn't added a moderator in about a year, but the Stock Explorer is an overwhelmingly supportive creator, not just here in Superchat. They engage with every channel that they connect to, and I'm talking about conversation, I'm talking about true support, and I'm talking about getting involved in everybody's community. So Tropical Buzz is a second channel from this creator with 191 subscribers right now. They've got a few shorts on this channel, but what they seek to do more than anything else is to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, and some they will be growing. They're getting involved in seed swaps and things like that, and they will be they're in Florida, so they'll be starting to grow a lot of stuff shortly, I'm sure. The Chakota Carver's coming up right now. Oh, Stephen Tina Jewel, what did you pardon me, do you mean that you missed your time on the screen? I had the channel up there. It was fairly quick, right? When it's a brand new channel, it's usually only up there for just under a minute. But as I get to know the channels, the speeches get longer, as you can imagine. It's what I like about putting channels on the screen here. Thank you, by the way, Scratch and PPA. We're going overtime, obviously, by a couple of minutes. I just want to make sure we get everybody on if we can right now. I think we've gotten to everybody. If there's anybody listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen, just please say anything at all. I'll put you on right now. But we're just about done. The Chakota Carver is here with 159 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 200 they're going to be thinking about. I'm still getting to know this channel. They've been with us several times. We look at the shorts, and these are into the thousands of views. Lots of shorts at 5,000, which is great, and all the way up. And then into the live streams. So they haven't done that for a month, but hopefully I'll catch them for one if they pick those back up. And then videos they've been posting. So I'm just going to take the latest one and put this into my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. And then I'm just looking for somebody we can give a mini raid to here. The motivation from the weightlifting geek will let everybody continue connecting the same way that we are here. I'll drop a link and pin it. If anybody wants to go over there and mention Tuber Chat Raid when you get there, I'll appreciate it. We can continue our time, but I will leave this live stream running for an extra 3 minutes so that we can continue cleaning up our connections here before we go over there, and I'll come over there as well. That's the motivation, motivation from the weightlifting geek. Right now, as my flock is everywhere, we'll see what they've got going on. Lena Doyle Crafting, I've got you on the wheel. I hope I'm pronouncing that right for you. If there's a better way for me to pronounce it, just please let me know. This happens sometimes, eh? My flock is everywhere. Why is YouTube giving me a deflect right now? My flock is everywhere is another creator who's here with us just about every single day, incredibly supportive to other creators. I see them often. I'm just going to grab one of your latest videos. This one's a little bit longer than the latest one, just by a couple minutes, but every minute matters, right? 552 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 600 they're thinking about. We find them out supporting other creators. A lot of channels that I run into them with are talking about the unknown, the unexplained. We've seen a couple of those channels today, like Paranormal Highway, Unidentified S4 comes to mind. I Want to Know was here earlier. Now I've just set a notification for another live stream. Hopefully I'll catch that. That should be tomorrow, right? You got 2 of them marked here, so I don't know if there's a glitch there, but that's okay. And then hopefully I'll catch you for one of those. And my flock is everywhere, like I said, is here with us frequently, just about every day. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. And so that's correct, Lena Doyle Crafting. We're going to look at your channel right now, actually. And then if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Scrow's Nest, I've got you on the wheel. We're just going to get through another couple of channels here. Lena Doyle Crafting, again, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your videos. I'll take this 13-minute one. I'm going to put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 or 4 times a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Scrow's Nest is coming up right now, and we'll see what they've got going on. This is another creator I run into every single day supporting others when I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams. I'm still getting to know the channel, but let's look at the shorts to start with, because they got them at the top of the front page. These are starting to crack into the thousands of views, which is great. When we look at their typical videos, some cruising content here, and then when we look at their banner, they're letting us know, I keep forgetting about this, I've seen it a couple times now, spending our children's inheritance one cruise at a time, which is great. Tips on cruising and travel. With a mobility scooter, as a matter of fact. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. We'd love to push them towards the 600 subscribers they're thinking about. Our dear friend Michael's Adventures made it in today, and he is here every stream that he can be. He happens to be a member and a moderator. I just got him on the wheel right now. We're just into our last couple of streams, but thank you for coming in. We managed to go a couple minutes overtime here. Michael's Adventures, look at that, you're coming up right now. I'm not sure if Ocean to Ocean Travel is still with us. They just renewed their membership earlier today as well, but we will look at that channel in a moment. Michael's Adventures is somebody who posts a lot of wildlife videos on their channel, literally every single day. It could be raccoons, it could be foxes, it could be deer. There's bird watching on this channel. He also might be taking us out for a look around or a vacation type video, a story to be told often. And if we look through some of the other videos on the channel, we might find him playing a slot game on a tablet, or in the shorts videos we see a lot of lottery scratch tickets here. So Michael's Adventures has literally posted almost 3,000 videos on his channel, is now getting close to 1,200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit closer, and then he'll be willing to swap playlists with anybody that would like to do that. So please don't be shy, reach out to Michael's Adventures if you're looking to swap playlists with anybody, and he helps creators with that all the time. Jamaican Overseas TV, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. You're just catching us at the very end of our stream. We're looking at ocean to ocean travel right now. Thank you everybody for the time that you spent. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to. I'm going to drop a link one more time for Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek. If you want to go over there and just mention Tuber Chat Raid, I will appreciate it. He will allow us to continue meeting friends and family members in the same way that we are here. He'll probably be talking about it as well. I'm just going to grab one of the latest videos from Ocean to Ocean Travel and put that in my catch-up list. They also bring us shorts videos, and hopefully that continues from these creators. Live streams are something they're doing frequently, including today, and hopefully I'll catch them for another one very soon. And thank you everybody for the time that you spent. We're back on Thursday and Saturday and likely Sunday as well. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.